Am I the meanest?
Pun's drunk.
Am I the prettiest?
Pun's drunk.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Pun's drunk.
Well, who am I?
Pun's drunk.
Who am I?
Pun's drunk.
I can't hear you.
Pun's drunk. AKA Mr. Moo Woo Shot himself.
Of Harlem.
You already know this is Pun Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moo Woo Shot himself. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this side of heaven. God bless you all. Yes. Fight week, y'all. Fight week. Might be an historic night, historic event. Y'all ready? It's upcoming Saturday. We got Mike Tyson, the baddest man of the planet. You already know he's immortal. He's always going to be the baddest man of the planet versus your boy, pound for pound, 60-40, Roy Jones Jr., quadruple hook. You already know, man. Two legends, one night, exhibition. If I was a California Athletic Commission, they need to shut the fuck up. Excuse my language. You already know it's a Christian show. The California Athletic Commission needs to shut the up. You're messing up the selling point. You're messing up the talking point. You're making people not even want to buy the pay-per-view. Unless if you just want to give back, the pay-per-view, this event is going to give back to the needy. But the California Athletic Commission is doing a bad service for this event. They doing a bad service. Every time Mike Tyson say, it's gonna be for real. What you think? What you expect from me? What you expect for me to go soft? Roy Jones Jr. is ready to go. And then here comes the California Athletic Commission, always putting out there that this ain't going to be real, that nobody going to get knocked out, that nobody going to get cut. If somebody get cut, it's over. No real judges. And come on, man, you messing up. Come on, California Athletic Commission, just shut up. Shut up. Let Mike and Roy Soto fight like it is going to be real. Y'all doing a disservice. Also, shout out to everybody in the building, man. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Smash the like button, my friends. Hold on. Smash the like button, my friends. I don't normally do this, early in the morning. So, man, I don't care if it's going to be 5 of y'all, 20 of y'all, 30 of y'all, 40 of y'all, 100 of y'all, 200, 2 of y'all. It don't matter to me. A Punch, you on the verge of being labeled a Demetrius Andrade fanboy. Let it be. Damn it. It's me again. Let it be. I'm just showing support. I mean, he is a champion, right, UGC? He is a champion. I mean, he is an undefeated champion, right? He is a champion that nobody want to fight, right? I mean, I'm just gonna share light. If everybody put it this way, UGC. Everybody gonna have these recycled content over and over. Wilder, Fury. Who else? Bud and Crawford. And who else? Who else they talking about? Who else everybody's talking about? T.O. and Loma and Javante Tank Davis and the same old thing, just recycle after recycle content. How about we share love, share light on the Demetrius Andrade? One of the most prestige amateur fighters. You understand what I'm trying to say? Came at the professional level, 2 division world champion, 160. You already know, man. He's being blackballed. I don't give a damn what y'all say. I know, and you know what? Because it's just like the Jay-Z line. We don't believe you. We need more people. There's not a lot of people supporting Demetrius Andrade. So I understand that there is no narrative pushers out there for Demetrius Andrade. We just got to keep it real with Demetrius Andrade. Are we happy that his career is going the way it is going? No, we're not happy about that. But also, what we've been trying to say. And I know that we all feel the same way, but then we would have debate about belts and want to debate about champions and want to debate about best and the best. Let's keep it real. Ain't nobody give a damn about no belts, especially the WBO, right? The PBC ain't like the WBO when now that Bud Crawford got it, you know, they downplayed the WBO. Canelo Alvarez ain't fight Demetrius Andrade to become undisputed in 160. So something about Demetrius Andrade that these guys don't even want to become undisputed. Canelo Alvarez had the chance to become undisputed versus Demetrius Andrade in 160. A prestige division. What's good, Los? A prestige was good, Ron. A prestige division. Canelo, cash cow of boxing, wouldn't want to become an undisputed. Demetrius Andrade is there. Demetrius Andrade leaves 154, 100 people ran to 160. Demetrius Andrade goes to the 160. Everybody want to run to 168. If Demetrius Andrade want to go to the new bridge weight, people going to run to heavyweight. If he goes to the heavyweight division, people going to run to the super heavyweight with Butterbean and them. Let's keep it real, bro. Let's keep it real. It's something about Demetrius Andrade, and don't give me this low risk, high risk, low reward bullshit. No, because I thought that having the belt is a reward. That's what I thought. I thought having the belt was a reward. Isn't it? Or no? So we're going to justify the best fighting the best, or belts. We're going to justify because it's Demetrius Andrade? Nah. Now, Demetrius Andrade, look how pitiful there's people talk about it. Well, Liam Smith, Liam Williams is a great fight for Demetrius Andrade. Why he don't fight Sergey Derevyanchenko? What the fuck do you want Demetrius Andrade to be a champion and look backwards? No, he's trying to unify. He's looking at Charlo. He was looking at Canelo. He wanted Billy Joe Saunders. He's going to the 168, and this is what I mean, yo. This is what I mean. Eddie Hearn, one of the most prestige promoters in the sport of boxing. Come on, Eddie, throw him a bone. Can you throw Demetrius Andrade a damn bone? Can you just throw him a bone? Can you let him bite it, chew it? Can you just let him have it? Huh? You're telling me this Friday we got Daniel Jacobs versus Rosado, and shout out to Rosado, shout out to Jacobs. But wouldn't it be better if it's Demetrius Andrade? Demetrius Andrade versus Daniel Jacobs. Wouldn't that be better? Huh? Wouldn't that be better, DAZN? Because of course you was denying Canelo Alvarez when he was with Golden Boy Promotions some fights, and now all of a sudden he's now with Golden Boy Promotions. Now y'all go in the fight. I know what y'all was trying to do, DAZN. Y'all was trying to cut Golden Boy out of the deal, huh? But we're gonna get that about it. We're gonna get that. We're gonna talk about that later. DAZN and Canelo Alvarez, you already know what they did to Golden Boy Promotions. Some snake shit. You know what I'm talking about. Some snake shit. Andre gets criticized pursuing champions in his own division, right? Right, UGC? Oh, now you rocking with me. See, ain't no fanboy stuff. That's just some real shit. That's some real-ish. Andre getting criticized because he's going after Triple G for? Why Triple G trying to fight this mandatory? Huh? Everybody gonna get a pass. Everybody gonna get a pass? Huh? Excuse me. That was nasty. The diva mentality of the promotional supremacy is ruining boxing. Come on, y'all. Really? Demetrius Andrade is the Demetrius boo. He's booing everybody out there in the division. Boo, get out of here. Boo, go to the 168. Boo, go Canelo. Boo. That's what he's doing. He's booing everybody out there in the division. And if we go to 168, they're going to go to 175. Believe you that. Because Demetrius Andrade is like 6'1", could switch to southpaw orthodox, great jab, great pedigree. He was beating everybody in the amateur, so they know the 07-08 class. You already know about Demetrius Andrade. You know what it is that everybody knows Demetrius Andrade in the sport of boxing. Y'all want to claim out there that nobody knows him. Nobody knows Boo-Boo. Nobody knows Boo-Boo. Who are you, a manager? Or what are you, a promoter now? Everybody knows Boo-Boo if you know boxing. I don't want to hear that. Nobody knows Boo-Boo. Nobody knows Demetrius Andrade. You know Demetrius Andrade damn well. But he ain't fight nobody. Cause somebody don't want to fight him. What's good, that hard? Cause they don't want to fight him. He jumped in the ring when the Triple G won. He jumped in the ring. He told Canelo he got no cojones. Billy Joe Saunders went and injected his ass with steroids. We already know about that. So what you want him to do? Williams is a great fight. How about the Derevchenko was a great fight? No. How about Charlo step up to the goddamn plate? People got to stop chasing fucking Canelo. Excuse my language. Hey, you better quiet down there, boy. Shit. People gotta quit chasing Canelo Alvarez to establish a legacy. And also, Canelo Alvarez gotta also think that, you know what? When somebody don't want to fight him, nobody want to fight me. No, ¿quieres pelear conmigo? Yo te estoy dando como 3 millones de pesos. Kid plans like, nah, I ain't gonna be fighting you, man. You think I'm a champion? You think I'm gonna cater to you? I'm a champion. I'm the real champion. What you mean I'm going by him down to Canelo Alvarez, huh? What's up, Ken? What's good, Lou? Andre even said he won't fight Canelo without an audience, so how bad do he want a good legacy and it shouldn't matter? Just fight, you love boxing. I think he was saying that, you know, I think a lot of people felt that way. People didn't know the coronavirus was going to be this long. But remember, this is something that we ain't know. They ain't know. So a lot of that stuff that he was saying was very, very early into this coronavirus stuff, into the pandemic. It's his statements was very, very early. You telling me at this point, man, he just want to fight. But also, this guy got to take accountability. Eddie Hearn got to take accountability as well. He signed to you, you signed him. It's your job to promote. But like I said once before, if you ain't subscribed to the channel, I told y'all promoters don't promote nowadays. They're just investors. That's all they are. They don't promote. Even Bob Arum, I'm too old for this shit. I'm done with him. I'm done with Bud. I'm done with him. I can't deal with it. You're crazy. I can't deal. I only got like 5 more years left. You think I'm going to deal with that dude, huh? That can't sell a lick. Can't sell a damn lick. I know it's my job. But damn it, when we give him a good interview or something like that, the dude can't even come and give like more than 15 words. We're promoting, but the dude got to sell a damn fight. He can't sell for shit. Bo gonna get a heart attack still promoting Bud. Yeah, it's my job to damn promote. We got him Joe Rogan, huh? The Joe Rogan interview, that was the least amount of views with Bud Crawford because the motherfucker can't say a fucking word. He says like 15 fucking words, god damn it. He can't sell a lick, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of damn Bud. Ain't nothing we can do. I'm the most prestige promoter. I've dealt with them all. I've worked with them all, but this motherfucker here, I'm gonna catch all the dang. What's good at Rival Boxing? What's good, Kahlua? What's good in the building? What's good? Punch, my problem is Cannell Smith, Billy Joe, Triple G, Andre, all waiting for Canelo to fight. But even if he beats them, everyone will say they all never fought anyone. That's why it's true. That's why they got to build their own legacy. That's why they got to build their own legacy. Now, I'm not in the business of saying this fighter is scared of this fighter. No. No fighters are scared of no fighters. Promoters are scared of another promoter. The managers are scared of another manager. The advisor is scared of the other advisor. The network is afraid of the other network. That's what it is. Demetrius Andrade fought everybody in the amateurs. Ain't nobody. He fought everybody for free. Ain't nobody no damn scared of anybody in the sport of boxing. So everybody cut it out with this scare. He pussy, he gun, he don't know shit. He scared, he fear him, nothing. That's a liar. That's a liar. Well, what the hell Demetrius Andrade has to do? They need to do what Ricardo Mayorga did. He needs to go to people's wives and smack them in the ass or something like that and get a fight. Huh? If that's what you need to do. No. I don't give a damn if everybody want to be all against Demetrius Andrade now. F you too. I don't care. On this one, y'all got to come and agree with me on this one. They blackballing Demetrius Andrade. God damn it. Yeah, I said it. They doing it. They leaving him out. And the reason why they leaving him out is because Demetrius Andrade have exposed to the world that belts don't mean shit. Unified don't mean nothing. Undisputed ain't mean nothing for Canelo Alvarez and the Golden Boy Promotions. It don't mean nothing. Belts don't mean ish. Belts is just an object to put you in position. And collect, what, like 300,000 extra? That's it. This is a boxing world where we cry. Yo, the best ain't fighting the best. The belts, whether you're unifying, you're not unifying. Here a guy that want to unify, and oh y'all dissing Demetrius Andrade because he want to unify. Come on, man. And he don't give me no damn story about what happened in 154 pounds. That's old news, man. That's old already. Come on. That's like when people used to be like, well, Lomachenko lost to Salido. What year is that? You still stuck on that? That's like me being stuck on when Bernard Hopkins lost his first match. One of his first match when Juan Manuel Marquez lost. Like, but he lost back then. Or Manny Pacquiao. You remember when he got knocked out back in 1998? Like, fucking shit the fuck out of here, man. Move on. Move on from 154, what happened with the Charlo shit. Move on. But Charlo was ready to fight with him in 154. And it was his fault. All right. Now they're in 160. New page, new negotiations, new team, new promotional company. Come on. No, but Charlo, he ducked Charlo in 174, in 154. So no, he's not gonna get a chance now. No, who the fuck are you? His mistress or something? That's the dumbest shit I be hearing nowadays, man, in the boxing community. But he ducked him before because he won more money, and then he's not gonna fight him now. No, don't do it, Charlo. Fuck, are you a protector? Don't you want Charlo to fight Demetrius Andrade? Come on, don't lie to yourself. You want that fight as much as I do. We want to be fans one day. We want to be managers one day. We want to be promoters one day. We want to be casuals. We want to be hardcore one day. Come on, let's get it together, y'all. Let's get it together. We want to see Demetrius Andrade and Charlo fight. Unification bout. They need it. They need it more than... they need that for their legacy. They need that unification bout. That's the fight that we should be calling. Not Charlo and Canelo. No. Charlo and Demetrius Andrade. Triple G, Demetrius Andrade. Canelo Alvarez ain't even 160. Hey, I'm going to tell you like this. He ain't never going to come back to the 160 pounds. Carlo was good in the building. What's good? Dude is in a situation he is not because of his own damn fault. Nah, Kalu, that's old already. That's old. That's the same old stuff, Kalua. That's the old same stuff. Dude who's in a situation he is now because of his own damn fault shouldn't be putting out fights. No, that's old. That's old. He's calling up for Triple G unification bout. He's calling for Charlo unification bout. Y'all want him to fight Liam Williams. Sergey Derevchenko. Ain't no gain from that. Ain't nothing he gonna gain from that. Now you want the champions to be looking down? You want champions to prove themselves that they champions? That's a problem in sport of boxing. So you like when they climbing the ladder, they're a prospect, great prospect of the year. And then they go to the contendership, yeah, and then they become champions. And that's when they become champions. That's when they they are bums. What they do to get up there? No, he gotta look down. Liam Smith. No, man. At the age of 33, I'll be turning down a Liam Williams fight. Yeah, I'm gonna turn that shit down. Don't give me that damn fight. I ain't gonna gain nothing from that. Boo ain't gonna gain nothing from that. Even if he fights Demetrius lost to who? Charlo, Canelo, Triple G. He's gonna gain something from it. He's known for losing. I don't even remember a good win from Sergey Demetrius. Y'all remember losing. Sir, Davychenko is a good fight for Andrade. Why? Why is it a good fight? What is it going to do for his career? How about y'all call it the other way around? It's always Demetrius Andrade. It's always him. It was always him. How about the other way around? Why nobody's criticizing Triple G for fighting the fight he's about to fight? I made a promise on a mandatory, but I will get the fuck out of here. You promise with your mandatory. Go fight your fucking unification bout, bro. Ain't nobody on Triple G's case. Nobody's on Triple G's case. Nobody. Fuck the Demetrius fight. He's a champion. He's calling out champions. He's calling out champion, guys. He wants the champions. He wants the champions. Now, y'all guys, all of us supposed to be calling for the champion to fight the other champion. It's all about unifying. It's all about the best fighting the best, guys. Come on, man. Stop being managers. And the only reason is because there's not a lot of people that has a channel that's actually speaking for Demetrius Andrade. And then he does a disservice for not having a social media platform in which he's explaining himself. But Punch Drunk is here. I'm taking the hits. I'm taking the hits. That's what I'm talking about, Jeremy. Why is Dusty fighting Hernandez? Well, he ain't gonna fight Hernandez. The question is why Daniel Jacobs ain't fighting Demetrius Andrade, and why Eddie Hearn on the same day they're available. Demetrius Andrade is fighting on 168. Why that fight with Demetrius Andrade and Daniel Jacobs ain't happen? See, we gotta ask the right questions to get the right answers, and I still haven't seen an Eddie Hearn be on fucking live every damn day IG, and then he does his podcast with Tony Bellew, and nobody asking him why did you make Demetrius Andrade versus Daniel Jacobs? Y'all ain't asking the right questions. Y'all just want to, Demetrius Andrade ain't fighting nobody. Demetrius Andrade don't want to fight. Demetrius Andrade is this. Demetrius Andrade is that. Demetrius Andrade is this. Did Demetrius Andrade say no to Triple G? Huh? Did Demetrius Andrade say no to Canelo? Did Demetrius Andrade say no to Billy Joe Saunders? And you're still going to be on this case? Is this his fault? They was going to fight here in Boston, and Billy Joe Saunders, put his pants down and injected the steroid, the PEDs up his damn hole? No. He wants to fight. He wants to unify. He wants to have more belts. Y'all not calling everybody else out. Y'all calling Demetrius Andrade out. Because he don't got enough fans. We don't believe you. We need more people. And maybe the people that don't want Demetrius Andrade to get that fight is because he's going to throw that monkey wrench. He's going to make you a believer, and you don't want to believe him. Nah, you don't want to. You know damn well that Demetrius Andrade Styles is trouble for everybody in the 160 and 168. Y'all afraid that Demetrius Andrade get that shot. Y'all afraid that Demetrius Andrade get that Canelo shot. Y'all afraid for your Charlo, if you're a Charlo fan, for him to get that shot. Y'all afraid of Demetrius Andrade. And everybody knows that Demetrius Andrade got the skills and the tools in the toolbox to be a problem each and every one of your favorite fighter. Y'all know it. Because if you're hardcore boxing fans, you know exactly what Demetrius Andrade got in the toolbox. They don't want that work, and you fans don't want that work. Y'all don't want it because you know damn well Demetrius Andrade will neutralize each and every one of those fighters. Is he going to win? I don't know, but I'm going to tell you like this. He could he's a trouble. He's trouble for every single one of those names that I mentioned. In 168 and 160. And none of y'all motherfuckers could debate that. None of y'all motherfuckers could debate that. Excuse my language, damn it. It's a Christian show. Perdóname Dios. Perdóname Jesucristo con la chancleta. Punch, we want him to fight some good opponents. I want him to fight the champions. I want the champions to give him a chance. He signed with Eddie Hearn. He signed with DAZN. It should have never been no problems to get Canelo Alvarez. It should have never been no problem to get Billy Joe Saunders going to be fighting who has Murray in December 14th, December 19th. They blocking him out. And nobody is calling for that shit. Ain't nobody on Billy Joe Saunders' case. What are you doing fighting this guy? You fucked up. You the one that fucking has steroids up in your damn ass, in your damn veins, in your damn cells, in your blood, in your bloodstreams. You supposed to get this motherfucker a shot. Nobody's on Billy Joe Saunders' case. Ain't nobody on Daniel Jacobs' face that he won't be fighting Rosado. I mean, Rosado did a good job to talk his way into that fight. But come on, y'all. Y'all not calling for it. It's y'all. Demetrius Andrade is not fighting the fight that he should be fighting because y'all not calling for it. Y'all letting all these guys take a pass. Y'all giving everybody a pass. And y'all know that Boo Andrade could outbox each and every one of those fighters. Y'all giving everybody a pass. Don't be blaming on Demetrius Andrade. It's because the fans ain't calling for it. Y'all don't want it. Y'all don't want it. So the promoters is like, shit, ain't nobody calling for that. The fans don't want it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If the fans was calling for it, you know what I'm saying? Then we got to make the fight happen. It's not Demetrius Andrade. It's you all giving a bunch of excuses why. Oh, Billy, you shouldn't fire. Canelo, why he needs to fight Canelo? He needs to fight his own legacy. What about Charlo? Well, against Charlo, and he was at 154. He ain't gonna fight him. All right, what about Billy Joe Saunders? Well, Billy Joe Saunders moved to 168. What about Danny Jacobs? Well, they friends. No. What about Jaime Munguia? Well, Jaime Munguia is not ready yet. You know that Demetrius Andrade will beat him. How about Liam Williams? Why he doesn't fight Liam Williams? Why doesn't he fight Sergey Demetrius? Get the fuck out of here, man. Get out of here. He beats them, and what does he gain? What does he gain at this stage of his career? 33 years old. What does Demetrius Andrade gain by beating Sergey Demetrius right now? That he beat Sergey Demetrius, so we gonna engage him? Well, he's good. You know why? Because the good guys beat Sergey Demetrius. Good fight. Get out of here, man. We got no damn time for that bullshit. On. Y'all not calling for the fight. Y'all not calling for the fight. Knowing that he got all the attributes to give all these guys trouble. Y'all know that. Y'all know boxing. Come on, man. Well, his balance is all fucked up. His balance, they gonna blame it on the balance. Well, he can't get a fight with them because his balance is fucked up. Who does a video because of balance? Bill has bad balance. He's just tripping all over the place. He can't get the fight. He's not elite because his balance is all fucked up. Y'all find all the damn excuse for Demetrius Andrade. All the damn excuse for Demetrius Andrade. Really? Really? That's what I mean. But Kalu, you going backwards, Kalu. You going backwards. You going to 154. Get over it, buddy. Get over it, buddy. Y'all scared. That's what it is. Andre will take on all of them. Yeah, Juan. Yeah. They scared, Juan. They scared. The fans are scared. That's what it is. They scared of Demetrius Andrade. They scared of Demetrius Andrade. They know Demetrius Andrade. See, this is what it is. This the thing. People be like, yo, what's good, see? They be like, nobody knows Demetrius Andrade. Nobody knows him. He don't got a lot of fat. Yeah. You know him. I know him. Canelo knows him. Triple G knows him. Daniel Jacobs know him. Billy Joe Saunders know him. Eddie Hearn knows him. Matchroom knows him. The Zone knows him. The whole boxing knows him. Fuck that damn excuse about nobody knows him. Fuck out of here. Everybody knows Demetrius Andrade. Everybody knows Demetrius Andrade. It's a damn Olympian. Everybody know him. He said Boo Boo. Boo Boo has a belt but has to put himself in line to get a fight. That's how it works. Andrade was offered Jermell Charlo fight before Andrade fought Luke Keeler. Come on. And what Charlo? Y'all gonna give Charlo a pass? Well, we wanted to fight him before, and he didn't want to fight. Doesn't Charlo want to unify? That's the question y'all need to ask Charlo. Charlo, do you want to unify? Yes or no? Demetrius Andrade, do you want to unify? Yes or no? Yeah, I said it. Demetrius Andrade was so dangerous that Canelo Alvarez was in place to become a undisputed and get that chance. Golden Boy Promotion was a little late in petitioning for that fight. But he's been in position to get all these fights and he's not getting it. And everybody getting a pass. Everybody getting a pass, man. I don't understand why. Did Demetrius Andrade stole your girl or something like that? What is it? Stop acting like you're an A-side. Maybe you will get bigger fights. He ain't acting like an A-side. He acting like a champion. Boxing, Sean. He's acting like a champion. The problem is y'all don't want him to act like a champion. Y'all don't want him to act like he got a strap. That's the problem with Demetrius Andrade. Y'all want him to act like a prospect. Y'all want him to fight people on the come up. Y'all not. That's what I mean. He's not about A side. He's acting like a champion and wants to be respected as a champion. Demetrius Andrade is a champion. Demetrius Andrade is a champion. Y'all acting like he's a prospect. That's your problem. He's a champion. And the other guys should want to unify. The other guys should look at Demetrius Andrade. That's a legacy fight. That's a legacy fight. Demetrius Andrade is a legacy fight. You're not holding nobody accountable for that. He is exposing these guys that they don't give a damn about legacy. They running away from legacy. They running away from unifying. You rather see Charlo versus Sergey Demetrius and pay a pay-per-view than him go after Demetrius Andrade. We shouldn't give no Charlo a pass. What's the prize by being Sergey Demetrius? That you could gauge yourself by being Sergey Demetrius, and now people could say, well, oh, you see, he could compete with Canelo. I mean, oh, you see, he could compete with Triple G. You see? Go compete with Demetrius Andrade to see. Go compete with Demetrius Andrade. The same way y'all was criticizing the guys in the PBC for not fighting Bud Crawford because they were sunning Bud Crawford saying that the WBO ain't shit. The same thing these guys are doing to Demetrius Andrade. But Bud Crawford gets supported. Bud Crawford gets the support. We understand Bud Crawford. We understand him. But Demetrius Andrade, no, nobody wants to understand him. Nobody wants to understand him. Nobody. People could shy away of money, but if Demetrius Andrade does it, you see, he's not going to get the fight because back then he said no to this money. But everybody could be a businessman except for Demetrius Andrade. Everybody could get a pass. Everybody could be a businessman except for Demetrius Andrade. Everybody. Bud is a 3-weight undisputed champion, and Demetrius Andrade is a 2-division world champion too. That's what I mean. You're just trying to shit on Demetrius Andrade. You can't run away from that. Come on, Boxing with Sean. You have yet to say Triple G is supposed to be fighting Demetrius Andrade. You have yet to say Charlo should have never fought Sergey Derevchenko. He should have been fighting Demetrius Andrade. Why you not saying that? What did Charlo gain? Did he gain the belt? He became legacy. It was a legacy fight. What did he gain? By beating a guy that Triple G beat? That's what he gained? What else? Yeah, because legitimate champions don't want to fight him. Because legitimate champions don't want to fight him. But you already know that he's a legitimate champion. He's a legitimate champion. That's what fuck him fighting a legitimate champion. You know and I know that he's a legitimate champion. He's a legitimate fighter, and his skills is pound for pound quality. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. And don't give me this, oh my God, he's boring. He's not knocking nobody out. Andre Ward wasn't knocking nobody out either. Hopkins was not a knockout artist. Stop. Every roadblock, everything y'all want to push on Demetrius Andrade. Everything. So what? Vacant belt. So what? Fighters don't want to fight him. He's in position now. That's what I mean. Like, people looking at the past. How about you in a relationship and your girl keeps looking at your past? Well, you cheated on me. Woman, you gonna be with me or you're not, cuz? You gonna bring the past? Yeah, but remember when I caught you and shit like that? Yeah. Woman, stop thinking about the past, woman. I've changed. No, but you know what I'm saying? You remember when you used to smell like, you know what I'm saying? Your dick used to smell like that pussy. Oh, man. Y'all always thinking about the damn past, bro. Come on, man. Stop thinking about the damn past. Every time you fuck up in life, you don't want people to come looking at your past all the time. You wouldn't like it if you was getting locked up back in the days and now you changed your life and shit, became a born-again Christian, you trying to get a job, and they bring up your rap sheet. Man, come on, man. I changed, man. I gave my life to Jesus. Yeah. You're still a seller. You're still a poisoner. Oh, boy, man. Give this man get your legacy fight, y'all. Yeah. Look at Behan fought Roy Jones Jr. in his first title shot, and guess what? What they said, that Roy Jones ain't fight nobody throughout his whole career. Roy Jones ain't fight nobody until he took a L. Then people would be like, "Oh, you see?" Even when Roy Jones Jr. fought James Toney and fought Bernard Hopkins, people. I used to be in arguments as a youngin. I used to get into arguments. People used to be like, "Roy Jones ain't fight nobody. He ain't fight nobody." Bernard Hopkins, they said Bernard Hopkins was young. I mean, like, he was 28 years old. What the fuck are you talking about? He was young, man. Come on, man. Y'all gotta stop. Oh, y'all gotta come with a bunch of excuses for Demetrius Andrade. Like, damn, man. They got this as a legacy fight, too. Come on, man. Who Triple G gonna fight? You don't even know how to pronounce his name. Pronounce his name right now. Who Triple G gonna fight right now? Huh? Who Triple G gonna fight right now? Hurry up. Who Triple G gonna fight right now? Look at y'all slow. See? Who Charlo gonna fight next? Huh? Look at y'all. Get Mando and Mando. What Mando and Mando? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Who Triple G fought last? Huh? Who Triple G fought last? He could easily get a voluntary fight. What you talking about? This unification bout. This going trumpet. Punch, what's going on, brother? What's good? What's good? What's good, man? Mo, my brother, dímelo. Derevchenko, he fought Derevchenko, right? He won his title off a vacant title, right? Okay. He just won his title. He could get a voluntary bout. Easy. Demetrius Andrade. Don't fight no Mando. And then he could talk and he could say, look what happened to coronavirus and the pandemic. You don't need to fight no mandatory. Give him a voluntary bout. This is a unification bout. And this is a unification bout. Exactly. But no, y'all okay for Triple G to fight the Mando. Man, work with the WBO. The IBF. If you work with the IBF, you have to communicate with the IBF. You just can't do what you want to do. See, you got to communicate with the IBF. Just like the IBF communicated with the WBO, right? The WBO communicated with the IBF, right? Alright, you get first dip, and then he got to fight the WBO mandatory. Communicate. Communicate. Boo Boo needs to fight Charlo. Yeah. And Charlo needs to fight Boo Boo. Boo Boo versus Charlo. That's what I'm talking about. That's the fight that needs to happen. Forget about putting Charlo and Canelo or anything. These guys gotta create their own legacy. That's it. It's time for Demetrius Andrade and Boo Boo. I mean, Demetrius Andrade versus Charlo. Smash the like button. Smash the like. Boo Boo should go back to the Olympics, man. He's too scared to take moderate rewards. Nah, man. Come on. That's why they know Boo Boo Andrade. You see? Thank you for bringing the Olympics. That's why they know Boo Boo Andrade, because it's pedigree. They know what he got. They know him. That's why nobody want to fight him. That's why them investors, the promoters, they know what Demetrius Andrade is going to do. They know exactly what Demetrius Andrade is going to do. He going to beat each and every one of them. Each and every one of them in 168 and 160, Demetrius Andrade is going to win. The only one that I got, him losing maybe, is to Canelo. He'll retire Triple G. Yep, he outboxed Triple G. Easy. Footwork. He will outbox Triple G. Yep. I think he'll beat Charlo too. Yep. 168. Caden Plant, Demetrius Andrade. Good chess match. Callum Smith, I got Demetrius Andrade on that one too. Callum already ducking Demetrius Andrade before he even get pressed. People scared in the comments of Demetrius Andrade. Y'all scared. Demetrius Andrade going to do his thing versus them fighters y'all like. I love all the fighters, but I'm just saying. Styles make fights. And his style, his length, is just trouble for everybody. It's just trouble for everybody. You know it and I know it. That's why y'all coming with a bunch of excuses, but y'all ain't saying nothing about his skill set. All I hear is a bunch of wannabe managers or wannabe complainers and promoters, but ain't nobody talking about what he got in the bag. That's when you know. That's when you win. When you are skill for skill, then talk to me about Demetrius Andrade. Who got better skills, Charlo, Demetrius Andrade? Talk about skill set. Let's talk about pedigree. For 44 minutes, people just talking about, writing about why he shouldn't do this, the money he shouldn't taken, the money he didn't want to take, and blah, blah, but ain't nobody talking about technique. Now, when you talking about technique, oh yeah, Demetrius Andrade got the better technique, got more tools in the toolbox than any other guys in 160 and 168. Oh yeah, he does. I'm just waiting for him to get a good opponent. I'm just waiting for somebody to step up and want to unify with him. That's all. That's all, Chen. That's a legacy fight. You should interview him and you tell him, if I were his manager, you are the best. Hey, wait. I'm just calling it how I see it, man. I'm just calling it how I see it. Like it's only now that I hear that a champion supposed to be looking at Liam Williams as saying that's a great fight. Go after him, Demetrius Andrade, and then you could go after a champion. While him being a champion, he needs to go through Liam Williams, right? That's what y'all want. Fight Liam Williams, right? To prove himself, to get a fight with the Triple G's and the Charlos of the world, right? Right? At this age, right? That's what he needs to do. He needs to look down as a champion. That's what we want. Talk to me. Is that what we want? Nah, Eddie Hearn was looking at that. He don't be making fights. Eddie Hearn makes the fights. He gotta have accountability as well. He signed Demetrius Andrade. He promised him these fights. He's promised him these fights. He was gonna get Billy Joe Saunders. Here we go. Andrade has been blackballing himself his whole career. All right. See? It's always Demetrius Andrade. Nobody's fault. Nobody want to unify with him. Nobody want. It's everything Demetrius Andrade. So that is that the same thing? Let me see. Let me put this up. Hold on. So is Bud Crawford blackballing himself in the welterweight division? Did he blackball himself too? If Demetrius Andrade is blackballing himself, then Bud Crawford has blackballed himself too, right? Am I right? If Demetrius Andrade has blackballed himself his whole career, then Bud Crawford has blackballed himself in the welterweight division, right? He don't want to fight anybody, right? Right? Bud Crawford don't want to fight nobody. That's accurate, right? I mean, he turned down Keith Thurman for Kell Brook. Watch what I'm going to hear after that. He turned down Keith Thurman for Kell Brook. Let me see what you're going to say after that. I dare anybody say, well, he outpriced himself. Let me hear it from y'all. Let me see the excuses. He ducked Keith Thurman to fight Kell Brook. I'm waiting on what you're going to write. Let me see the excuses they have for Bud. Let's see if people keep it consistent. Thurman is coming off a loss. What? Sergey Derevchenko is coming off a loss too. Thurman won the 10 million. Look, you see how I got him? You see people how I got these guys. You see the contradicting. Oh, now Keith Thurman, he asked for more money. No, but Bud wanted to fight. He asked for more money. How much? How about this? How much money did Keith Thurman made in the Manny Pacquiao fight? How much did Keith Thurman make of the Manny Pacquiao fight? Come on, people. Come on, man. You're acting slow out here, man. I don't know how your type game is. I ain't say who Bud was. I know who Bud was and I know who Manny was. 2 million guaranteed. How much money did Keith Thurman? No boxing with Sean. You know better than that. He did not make 2 million in that fight. He did not make 2 million in that fight. How much did Keith Thurman made on that fight? How much did Keith Thurman made? Don't give me that 2 million bullshit. He gained from $8 to $10 million versus Manny Pacquiao. Come on. Everybody knows that. Don't play dummies with me, man. So if you come into the picture and that's the money that you make, how you going to go to a negotiation to come what you going to ask for? $4 million after making almost $10 million? That's not business. No, that's guaranteed. I'm talking about what he made. What did he make? Stop playing dumb with me, man. I don't care if it was based on pay-per-view. How much did he make? Answer the damn question. How much did he make? So as a businessman, if you made almost $10 million, you're not going to go to the next negotiation saying I want $2 million? What kind of fucking businessman are you? What kind of businessman are you? You start off with the price that you earn, what you're worth. That's where you start off at. If I made $10 million in my last fight, I'm coming into the negotiation table with my $10 million. That's my name. Y'all bugging out. That's negotiations. How much did Bud Crawford made versus Amir Khan? How much did Bud Crawford made versus Amir Khan? $5.5 million guaranteed. So maybe after the pay-per-view and his, bad pay-per-view numbers, he probably reached to $7 million, right? He probably reached to $7 million, right? So $7 million and Keith Thurman $10 million, that's negotiable. Y'all don't know fucking shit about business. He asked for $10 million. He made $10 million his last fight. The Khan fight was almost $7 million that Bud Crawford made. That's 10-7. Negotiate. Boom. Make it to $8.5 million in the fucking pot. Y'all motherfuckers was talking out y'all dummies, man, that said $10 million was too much money. How y'all going to business like that? So if you get a good looking girl and stuff, that was your ex, you gonna date this bum ass bitch? Yo, next chick? No. Now you put yourself in this type of level here. I'm not saying what he's worth, man. I'm saying what he made, Kevin. Y'all not thinking right. Stop. Put your egos aside. Let's think business, bro. Put your egos aside. Put your, if you don't hate Thurman, hate Bud, business-wise, let's talk business. If his last fight, he made $8 to $10 million. This is what I'm coming in with. I'm coming to ESPN. I am worth, my last fight, I made $10 million, right? I made $10 million. I made $10 million. I'm not going to negotiation and say, well, we're going to start off with $2 million. Then you negotiate $2 million, you're probably going to get $500,000 negotiated. What the fuck is y'all talking about, man? $10 million in my last fight. NBC, I brought in numbers. I bring in numbers versus Guerrero, $4 million. I bring in numbers with Porter, $4 million. I bring in with Denis Garcia, $5 million CBS. I bring the best viewership last year, 2019, was $3 million versus Josecito Lopez. I am the king in viewership, and the name is Keith Thurman. And then I made money and probably the most buys with Manny Pacquiao. See, the thing is, y'all hate Keith Thurman so much, but he got better numbers than Bud Crawford. So he's coming to the negotiation table and say, you know what? I have never let any network down. I have the numbers to speak for himself. Keith Thurman and Josecito Lopez was 3 million views. More than what Bud Crawford and Kell Brook made. Who had the most viewership in boxing 2019? Go ahead. Do your homework. That's why Keith Thurman is saying, you know what? $10 million. Give me. Let's negotiate off that top. Bud Crawford, let's negotiate with your last pay-per-view fight. Because, of course, there's going to be pay-per-view. 5.5, that was your guarantee. Boom. You made like almost $8 million. 10, $8 million. You don't know what they're talking about. Come on, man. Purses is different. But we're talking about Bud and Thurman that was going to be pay-per-view. How much did Dillian White and Povetkin made? You think Keith Thurman and Bud Crawford ain't going to make more than that? And y'all bitching about $10 million? It's because you don't know no damn business. What you want him to do? Come on, y'all. Come on, man. Let's not play dummies out here, man. Let's not play dummies out here. Thurman next fight might pay him $2 million. Against who? Against who? He said Thurman don't get numbers. His rivals carry him. Yo, it's easy to Google too, man. If you want to Google it, go Google it. How many views he had with Ghost Guerrero? How many views he had with Porter? How many views he had with Daniel Garcia? If views carry him, you said who carries him? That's when you know he's a commodity because he can make numbers with Josecito Lopez. With basically no promotion for that fight. Who had the best number in 2019? Go look it up. Versus Josecito Lopez, meaning that he don't even need a dancing partner to get the viewership. He don't even need a dancing partner. He don't need a guy that everybody knows. Come on, man. Y'all bugging out. Y'all bugging the hell out. What's Andrade's numbers? Now, his numbers is... He needs it. But this is what I mean, King. This is what I mean. Is Demetrius Andrade worth enough for them to create their own legacy, for them to unify? So they don't want to unify. That's the thing. So we shouldn't. So nobody should fight Demetrius Andrade because he don't got the numbers, but he got the belt. But nobody cares about unifying with that belt. What's good, Johnny? What's good, my brother? That's what we saying. That's what I mean. We become fans, and then we become businessmen, and then we become their manager, and then we become promoter. Well, then we're debating and arguing and educating and enlightening one another. We become all of that in one. See, I'm saying for Demetrius Andrade is his belt worth enough? Is he worth enough for others to create a legacy? If he's not, then legacy and belts is irrelevant. And Demetrius Andrade is in a position where he's exposing that. That's what I'm saying. As fans, what do we want? Who do we want Charlo to fight? Do you want to see a unification bout with Demetrius in 160? What is the fight to be made in 160? What's the fights to be made? Triple G Charlo and then Demetrius Andrade and Jaime Munguia. Demetrius Andrade and Liam Williams. That's the fight to be made. Is that the fight? What is the fight to be made in 160? What's the fight to be made in 160? That's what I mean. When it comes to the welterweight division, it's the best fight in the best. When it comes to the 160 pounds, fuck Demetrius Andrade. And fuck unifying. When it comes to the heavyweight division, nah, fuck Dillian White and fuck the Cube and we want to see an undisputed bout. When it comes to the lightweight division, no, we want Teofimo to fight Devin Haney. No, we don't want him to go to 140. If 140, we want unification bout. What do we want? Make up your mind. Make up your mind. Exactly. Andrade exposed a lot of people. My fault, Ken. My fault, Ken. Give me one sec. Give me one sec. Give me one sec, y'all. Hold on. We haven't even moved to the next subject. We haven't even moved to the next subject. Triple G also needs to stop cherry picking. Exactly. Canelo Alvarez gets called down. Triple G is the guy that's like under the radar. Like he's just taking money away from the zone. Under the radar. Ain't nobody pushing for Triple G to fight. Nobody. Well, when it comes to Triple G, he should fight as mandatory. Yeah. Go ahead, Triple G. Nobody pushing pressure on no Triple G. Who Triple G has for? Huh? Steve Rose? Huh? Got that contract, and the first thing he does fight Steve Rose. Sergey Demetrius. And now he gonna fight the mandatory when he wins. He could fight a unification bout. Doesn't unification trumps the mandatory? Huh? But y'all don't want that. Y'all want Triple G to get a pass. I know. Y'all want him to get a pass. Y'all let Billy Joe Saunders run to the 168 and fight Murray next month. Y'all want that. That's what y'all want. Y'all want. Billy Joe Saunders gets the pass. He gets a pass to test positive steroids, and then people was calling for Canelo Alvarez and Billy Joe Saunders, so he gets rewarded because he almost was gonna get that fight. Y'all was rewarding Billy Joe Saunders, but y'all don't give a damn because y'all don't give a damn about Demetrius Andrade. That's what it is. Y'all let him skip to 168, knowing that these guys is with Eddie Hearns, and Eddie Hearn could get that fight. Look, Demetrius Andrade wanted to go to the 168. Why they making Billy Joe Saunders versus Murray and not Billy Joe Saunders versus Demetrius Andrade? Why not? But they get a pass. Everybody gets a pass. But when it comes to Demetrius Andrade, everybody want to be on him. Oh, you ain't do this. Your career is this. You black boy yourself. What happened in 154? Blah, blah, blah. It's all about Demetrius Andrade. But everybody else gets a pass. Huh? Everybody else gets a pass. Everybody else gets a pass. Canelo Alvarez could do whatever he want to do because he's done enough. He's already a Hall of Famer. Charlo fought Sergey Demetrius. Y'all motherfucker talk like Sergey Demetrius was some type of champion. Like he's a champion. Like what belt can anybody put out there? What belt did Sergey Demetrius ever won? Huh? Is he a unified champion? Huh? Tell me, guys, please. Come on. I'm waiting. Come on. Since he needs to fight, since Demetrius Andrade needs to fight Sergey Demetrius and Liam Williams. Yeah. Come on. Tell me. What is he gonna gain? Come on. I'm waiting. Fuck a Sergey. He ain't gonna gain shit by fighting Sergey. Sergey is known for loser versus elite fighters. I'm not calling him a loser. He's known for losing. You don't know Sergey Demetrius on the professional level for winning as a winner. You know Sergey Demetrius for putting up a good fight. That's Sergey Demetrius. Tyrese, good looking out, my brother, looking out. Yeah, Punch, put that pressure. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We should all be putting pressure. I don't even know why I'm the only one. I don't know why people is looking at me like I'm crazy for us to be putting the pressure on everybody else. If Demetrius Andrade didn't have a belt, okay. If he didn't have a belt, okay. I understand. Good. Thank you again, my brother. Thank you. I appreciate that. If he didn't have a belt, okay. But y'all looking at Demetrius Andrade like these guys can't get legacy by fighting him. Build legacy. Become a unified champion, Charlo. Become a unified champion. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Midtown Boxing was good. Shit. Gonna catch me. I'm sounding crazy like Bob Arum after the Maloney fight. Let's move on to the next subject. Teofimo Lopez threatens the WBC. Ooh. See, now, guys, the pressure and the energy he's putting on the WBC is what I wanted Devin Haney's and the Haneys to do since day one. This is what I wanted. Let me play the audio. On what Teofimo Lopez said.
You wouldn't have to fight your franchise. You're mandatory for the WBC. Then that makes it a super world champion. Because Gervonta Davis, he's regular world champion for the WBA. I'm super world champion for the WBA. Right. We don't have to fight each other. There's no mandatory on that one. There's no mandatory for that, right? Like I said, change the fucking name. Get me my new suitcase because you gave me a broken one, and get me a new belt. Simple as that. Like, and the shit pisses me off where I want to slap these dudes. Right. Did you have a conversation with them yet? No, they're lucky I haven't because I'm gonna go off. But did they actually not even try to reach out to you to clarify anything? No. And instead, what they did was give Devin another new belt. Yeah, I saw that. Did they not even, congratulate you after that? Because I know they gave your dad a belt. Yeah. Nah, nothing. They didn't do nothing, man. No. Nobody thought I was going to win. That's it. Just plain and simple. It is like that. That's why I'm built the way I am. If I call somebody out on some shit, what are you going to do? That's why I love Mike Tyson, man. You got to be ferocious in this shit, man. It's a whole bunch of sharks, man. They think that they could play this game.
Teofimo Lopez was livid. He was tight. That if he has a conversation with the WBC, he don't know what to do. He's going to set these dudes on fire. What he was trying to say during his live is that, of course, you already know we are all frustrated with the franchise title. And the franchise title was not supposed to be transferable. If it's going to be transferable and they're going to consider him as a champion 135, then why not just put him as a super WBC just like he is super WBA? Which is very understandable. Very, very understandable. It's just due. He beat the man to become the man. He doesn't feel like that exactly. But see, this is what I wanted Devin Haney and the Haneys to do to the WBC. Talk to them like that. So when the WBC is saying that Teofimo Lopez is undisputed and is the champion, no questions asked. That's what Mauricio Sudamo on the WBC said. I wanted Devin Haney to be like, yo, my man, what the fuck are y'all doing? I'm about to have a fight with Gamboa, and y'all promoting this guy that this is the undisputed. Then what the hell is the belt that I'm holding? Why am I paying sanctioning fees for this belt, and you ain't saying that I'm the champion? At least Teofimo Lopez, I say that the WBC is playing a lot of games, and he's calling out the WBC. He's calling out Mauricio Sudamon and saying that he would like to he would like to slap one of them. That's Teofimo Lopez. He feels disrespected, just like I felt Devin Haney was being disrespected. So since day one, I was like, Devin Haney, throw that shit in the trash. Like Reddick Bow. And people was like, oh my God, Punch, you a hater. You hating on Haney. Yeah, hating. I wasn't hating on Haney. I was hating on the WBC. Throw that fucking shit in the trash if they're going to treat you like a stepchild. And a stepchild that they don't care about. Because, stepchilds out there to get treated well. We all know who's the undisputed champion. Let's not play no games. Huh? We know that. We know that. We know that. So I feel to you. We know who's King Teofimo. We know who's the lineal champion, the WBO, IBF, WBA, WBC. We know that. We already know who beat the man to become the man. Woo! Ric Flair. We know that. Well, what could be disputed is not undisputed because it could be disputed and Yeah, come on, stop. Stop it. Come on. And if we're gonna fall for the shenanigans of the WBC, if we can't call it how we know if we can't call it what it is, that Teofimo Lopez is the man, is the undisputed, is the king. If we can't call it, then don't get mad when the WBC is playing shenanigans, because you can't pick one. Pick one. Do you support? Do you enable the WBC? Or you know what? One way by not enabling the WBC is by saying fuck what the Mauricio Sudamon on WBC saying. He beat the man to become the man. We know that already. So he's undisputed until this guy fights at least a 10 ranked fighter within the division. Well, Super, I mean, what he's saying, Kalu, is not stupid. He is the he is the Super WBC. He just wanted to be called the Super WBC. That's his belt. The Super WBC that is not no mandatory, and it could be transferable, just like the WBA. Just like the WBA, what the WBC needs to do is let the other belt federations know that this guy is the Super WBA in 135 pounds, and that's it. So the other belt federation can recognize it. That's all. That's all they got to do. Is make everybody else recognize him as the Super WBC at the 135 pound division, and Devin Haney as the regular WBC champion. That's all. Because that's what it is, and that's what he's trying to say. They're maneuvering that title like a Super WBC, like a Super WBA title. So just call it Super WBC title. Don't call it a franchise. Because we all hate the franchise. We all hate these extra belts. But the fans respect the WBA. The fans respect that Teofimo Lopez is the Super WBA champion, and Tank Davis the regular WBA. People respect that, so respect what it is. WBC Super that's Teofimo Lopez. It is transferable, but it needs to be on paper too, Kalua. Nah, that's a Super. It needs to be on paper. The other belt federation should recognize it. I'm recognizing. Any logical mind should be recognizing it. Loma was really the man. It wouldn't been competitive the whole fight. It's a new belt. It takes time. The Super WBA belt was seen as a joke before. You didn't see Mayweather bitching about. Oh, of course, Khalil. We know that. We know that. I think the thing is that as fans, as hardcore boxing fans, we need to be consistent. If we're not consistent, this is when casuals actually take over. Then casuals then have a voice because we can't come with a damn conclusion into calling this man undisputed. And if hardcore boxing fans can't see that and come with the conclusion that this guy's undisputed, then the casuals are more fucked up mentally than what it is. Right? I, so I did a video. What was it? Yesterday or the day before yesterday? Yeah, Khalil. Yeah, Khalil. I understand Khalil on that one. Um, I did a video earlier. Yesterday, and I was saying that forget about what the Earl Spence fan is talking about. Forget about Buck Crawford. Oh man, you ducking. You're ducking. Nah, he don't want to cross the street. No, he don't want to cross the street. No, he don't want to cross the street. No, no, no. He don't want to cross the street. He's ducking. He's ducking. Buck Crawford. Nah, nah, nah. He's undisputed 140. He's undisputed 140. Man, let's talk to the boss. Let's talk to the boss. Let's talk to the boss. Who's in the building? Who's in the building? Who's in the building? Oh, who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Is that Ken? Ken Porter? Huh? One of the best trainers out there? Huh? OG in the building?
It's triple OG to you.
Triple OG. Triple OG. What's good, man? How you been? You're looking strong, looking Diesel out here, man. Looking like Debo out here.
Quick funny story. About about 6 weeks ago, I went to a party, a private party. I was invited to somebody's birthday party, and Debo was there. It was
Tiny.
Yeah, he was there, and he was sitting on the couch. And every time I walked by the dude, he would mumble some shit or try to start some shit with me.
Oh yeah.
Right. And I knew he was trying to be funny, but I ignored it all night long because I ain't want no problems. Every time I walk by, you're like, I know you. I'm like, okay, I'll just keep walking. Let me keep walking.
Now, come on, but you the MMA guy. You the real Debo. See, he's an actor. He's an actor.
Yeah. I take his ankle out.
Exactly.
I break his big toe.
You stop on it.
Well, thank you for having me on, man. What's going on?
Hey, man, just here, man, chopping it up, man. There's a lot of stuff in the sport of boxing. We were just chopping it up with Demetrius Andrade and how his career is going. We feel like it's probably business-wise, it's been a letdown. He has so much potential.
You know what? And let me say this, and no knock against Demetrius. He's one of my guys. I know him since he's 14 years old. But damn, they be making some decisions over there that it just makes no sense. And then after the fact, when all of this happens to you, literally, right now he can look back at everything that's happened. And dude, you got nobody. Y'all gotta look at yourselves, because y'all making these decisions. Because it wasn't like with them, it wasn't like they came in, with no notoriety or didn't have a big, strong amateur career and weren't successful. They had all that, so they've been in control of the things that they decided to do.
Okay.
It's not
So
working.
you think so with Demetrius, you think it was more self-inflicted than anything else?
Well, if you come into the professional boxing and you've been an Olympian, you've been a national champion, and you've beaten all these guys that you've had these decisions, you've done all of these things in the world championships. You got a gold medal in the world championships. I was there. The gold medal in the world championships, right?
Yes.
And 2000, right? So you got all of this, and you got all these accolades, and then you come in and you make your own deals. You make your own moves, and things don't work out. Really, it has to be. You gotta say it's self-inflicted. So, I hope things get better for them. That they, just maybe sever ties and make better decisions. Because at this point, like, his career has not fulfilled the potential. He should have been, pound for pound. He is pound for pound in my eyes, its abilities,
Yeah.
But, for the masses, for everybody that's watching, he hasn't been a household name. And, that's, that goes back to decisions. You get to, this is one of my quotes, you get to choose the choices, but you don't get to choose the consequences.
True. That's facts. What I say about Demetrius Andrade, I mean, he does got a strap. So what does it say to the other fighters? Do they want to accomplish legacy as well, to unify with him? Is the strap important enough to fight Demetrius Andrade, or they just worry about the numbers, or how many butts he puts in the seats, or they worry about their own legacy? Isn't it important to unify it as well? Look at Demetrius Andrade as a it's a stepping stone to uplift, upgrade their legacy.
On one hand, you say yes, and on the other hand, the way a lot of guys have been groomed, for lack of words, schooled, what they've been taught along the way is exactly what they're doing, right? And what he's chosen to do is exactly what he's doing. The difference is a lot of these guys, and we have to, we don't have to name no names, but a lot of these guys are going in a path that they feel they're getting the notoriety, they're getting the things that they want. They got their belts, or they're starting to get the purses that they want. He is not. And so they've been groomed and taught a certain way to do things. And so, again, even as far as back, if you look at like neighborhood or street life, I don't mess with them people over there, And so that's just the way things are. And realistically speaking, if you're that person over there, then you're literally gonna have to come over here to get something. It's just the way things are, And that, I mean, no matter how you want to look at it, you start to get in that 30, 31, 32-year-old range where he's at. And then you have to start looking at like, damn, I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, man. He's in the back end of his prime.
The big paydays. I haven't got the big fights. A lot like, other guys that are in the media right now that we're, you guys are talking about.
Yeah. I mean, I just feel like he's in precision. He's signed with Eddie. He's in the zone. Triple G is in the zone. Canelo in the zone. He got fights there that could be lined up that he should have gotten. Billy Joe Saunders is there. Daniel Jacobs is there. And I'm just wondering why those fights couldn't just happen. I thought it was easy to make. But I don't know. Is it a
It was a hook. It was a hook to get you to come over. And then after you got here, you found out it ain't going down like that. It was a hook.
So Eddie and Matchroom, they gotta take accountability for that too, Or
it was a carrot that was being dangled, you know, and it was golden carrot with Canelo, golden carrot, right? And it's being dangled, and probably with Golovkin it was gold, but it wasn't as shiny as it used to be.
yeah.
And you know, you go for it, and it's just me. I'm not hating on nobody. Everybody got to make their own decisions, do the things that they think is best for them. But looking at it now, hindsight is 20/20 vision. If I had known what I knew, if I knew right now what I knew back then, I'd have made the right decision. It wasn't a good move.
Okay.
Golovkin's on his way out. Canelo is, just got out of the situation. He on his way separated from the situation and whatever. And you left here, I mean, with nobody to fight. His opponent just fell out or whatever. Just happened.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
It's bad. It's bad. I just would have thought, man, if they would have had the Daniel Jacob on the same night, why not have Daniel Jacobs? Demetrius Andrade is campaigning at 168 now. I think that would have been the easiest fight to make for the Zone 2, which they're saying they're struggling in the American market. Why not get that fight? Like
it's probably the way they're going to go. that's probably the route that they're going to go, or going to have to go, or at least going to have to try to get these guys to discuss it, because I don't think it's happening with the other guys. It could possibly happen with a Billy Joe Saunders. Why it hasn't to this point, I don't know.
Yeah, Billy Joe Saunders is fighting December 14th.
What's that?
Billy Joe Saunders is fighting next month too. That could have been an easy fight to make, and
right. Point that hasn't happened. And again, even if that did happen, let's speak hypothetically. Demetrius fights Billy Joe Saunders, and then he wins, and over here we're saying so. I mean, I'm not going to be that impressed with the name. Yeah. Maybe the fight itself will be a good fight when you watch it, but just tossing the name out, you know what I mean? Just tossing the name out, it's not to the U.S. market. It's not going to be the same as what it is to those guys over there.
So what's new with you? What's the new operation, boss? What's the new operation? Triple G, triple OG. What's the new operation? How's Sean? When is he gonna get back in the ring, or what you got cooking up?
With him, real quick, I just seen his name pop up on my phone, so he's texting me right now as I'm speaking to you. He just took a deal with NBC Sports to be their lead analyst. He's already with Fox Sports, and Fox agreed to allow him to do things with NBC. So he's working for both networks now. Last week, he did both networks. One Thursday night, I think it was NBC, and then Saturday night was Fox Sports. He leaves.
He had a busy week. He worked on Wednesday.
Yeah. He was in LA all week. He was in a bubble all week, and he worked with both. He was in LA and he worked with both networks. And then he leaves next week. I think next Tuesday for the Errol Spence.
Danny Garcia
fight. He's doing Fox Sports down there on the pay-per-view. He's training. He was training last night at my house. I was actually watching him remotely.
Okay.
Working out. I saw that. I saw his workout last night because I can watch, things going on in my house from a camera.
He still got the hunger. Huh?
Oh yeah. He's been sparring. He had been sparring over the last few weeks. He'd been sparring, running, doing all the things he does with Coach Wade as well. So, we're waiting to see what happens with Errol Spence and Danny Garcia. Also, he's the WBO #1 mandatory for Crawford.
And WBC, right?
Yeah. IBF, WBC, so we're waiting to see who wins that with those two guys. And then, we got the Terence Crawford situation, which is a great position for Sean to be in. you know, an opportunity to fight Crawford or an opportunity to fight the winner of Garcia, Spence, and then also the opportunities that he's created for himself with the networks now and he's doing television. You know, he's in a great position. So he's just working, and then he's training in the midst of all of that. And so I started doing some different things. But I've been doing things undercover for quite a while, just helping a young man by the name of Malik Montgomery. And
say it again. Say it again. Get a little closer.
Yep. I've been helping a young man by the name of Malik Montgomery. He came over to Team Porter. And I've known Malik since 2015. And so it's taken me this long to actually come together, which, you know, I'm just one of those people who don't move very fast on things. I'm not going to jump on something and not know what's going on. So,
yeah.
Even though we met in 2015, you know, he was a National Golden Glove champion, two-time National Golden Glove champion, finished second in the Olympic trials to Teo. Fought Teo twice. Yeah, he fought Teo twice that week. Got, you know, numerous international competition. His career got stalled, you know, with some contract situations. And a year ago, he came to me and said, "Hey, you know, can you help?" We worked on it for the last year to get him out of the situation, but he got freed up from him. And he just had his return fight last Saturday in Tampa. And he fought a young man by the name of UC Johnson. And he won a second round knockout. I'm fast tracking him right now. He's 5-0 with 5 knockouts. So we're going to go right back in the ring December 17th. And then we're also scheduled to go back in February 25th. If I can get some in January, I'll take that as well.
That's what's up. That's moving on. Another knockout artist, developing another knockout artist.
Yeah, he can punch. He can punch, and he listens well. He works really hard. I've already seen him on Instagram working out, hitting the bag and things. As soon as he got home, saying no days off.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
How is it difficult for you to try to how would you train? You know, because some people be like, there can only be one Sean Porter. It's not a lot of guys you could compare Sean Porter with. So when they see you training, are you trying to turn him into that type of style, or you cater to what he does best and you work around that?
Nah, you give me a tall kid that is left-handed, I train him like he's tall and left-handed. You know.
Okay. All right.
You give me a small kid that's fast and moving around the ring because he's got great lateral movement. That's the way we box. We box that way. Just so happens that Malik, well before me, and he's known, you know, through the amateurs as a pressure fighter. So he was already fighting that way before we ever got together. It had absolutely nothing to do with me. The way he fights at this point is what he's been taught. I'm just trying to enhance the things that he does well, make him better at them, and the things that he, you know, may not be as good at, improve those. So he has a fight style that someone may look and say, "Oh, he got him fighting like Sean Porter." No, not at all. He's been a pressure fighter his whole entire amateur career.
Okay.
You know, he's been that guy. How well that translates in the pros, we'll see. You know, there's a lot more that you have to be able to do on fight night in a 10-round fight than you have to do in a 3-round amateur fight or a 12-round fight in comparison to a 3-round amateur fight. So we got a lot of work to do, but we got a lot to work with.
Okay, that's promising. That's promising.
Yeah. And then also, there's these two kids.
Tell them.
The Martinez brothers from Dominican Republic. And I've already told you about these guys. Yuri and Hendry, two brothers who are on the Dominican national team and represented them in the Pan Am Games. These two young men look to be the next two guys that I will be working with that have the potential to be big in professional boxing.
Yep.
One of them is fighting or will be fighting anywhere between 130 to 135 pounds. And the other one will be fighting anywhere between 147 to 154, which will be welterweight to junior middleweight or super welterweight, take your pick, however you want to look at it. And most importantly, with me and them is the relationship that we've been building, the bond that we've been building. I've been over to the DR to see them and do some things with them. And then we stayed in communication via text message, via videos, like conferences you and I are having right now.
Yeah.
The most important thing is the bond that we're building and the character that these young men have. You can see that even though there is a separation because of,
Language barrier.
But you can see that they come from a family, or their father trained them for most of their lives. They come from a family structure of love and respect, and so that's the most important thing. And I look forward to getting them over here soon. Hopefully, the beginning of next year, which will be right around the corner.
Yeah.
Working on the process. So I've actually, been in contact with them and you. So, you know a little bit about them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. I think that's good future, man. I think they're gonna have a good future if they, they focus, dedicated, listen to, you and listen to the team that have gotten that's been very successful in the elite level. So I'm happy. I'm happy for them. I'm happy. I'm happy for the whole team. I'm happy for the whole team.
Yeah, it's a great situation to be in. For example, and it goes without saying, but for example, the other night, they screenshot, they're watching a fight, Javier Fortuna.
Yeah. Javier Fortuna versus Lozado.
Right, they take a picture of it, and Sean's calling the fight.
Yeah.
And they send it to me. They send me the picture, to let me know that they're watching the fight. And then Sean is, the person that's calling the fight.
Yeah.
That's a great mentor for them. You couldn't get a better situation in terms of a mentor, in terms of somebody that has won world championships, in terms of someone who's transitioning to another profession out of boxing, but also someone who's right there, still number one, to fight for championships. I couldn't script it any better than that. And
Exactly.
then I got this other kid who's 5-0 with 5 knockouts, who was a top-rated amateur, finishing second to Teo Lopez in the Olympic trials, who has the ability to now work with the other brother, Henry, who is 130 to 135 pounds, as he's transitioning to the professional ranks. This kid is 5 fights ahead of him. He has the ability to work with him and bring him and raise his levels. So, both of these guys, this is just a really good situation for all of us. I'm actually, if anybody's out there listening right now, I'm actually looking for another young 154-pounder who has the potential to be great and believes in himself, to come in and work with the brother who is at 147 and 154. I'm gonna really put some work into finding somebody out there. There's somebody out there to do that, because I want to groom them together and have them push each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And moving vertically this way, so they'll be pushing each other. So this is an excellent situation for everybody that's involved.
Hey, guys, you heard him. He's looking for a 154-pounder. Put in that work.
54,
47-60.
Yeah. We looking for somebody to push these guys, and to become part of the team, And I just think, I think if you put them in competitive situations every day, they're going to increase their learning and their intelligence level, as well as the physical attributes of working out and things like that. But we're also massaging the mind. We're trying to increase the intelligence. And so pushing guys to push each other, not just on a physical level, but also push each other. Hey, this guy's making moves over here that I can see, and I need to be doing the same things.
That's what's up, man. I can't wait. I can't wait. What do you feel about who you got? Earl Spence versus Danny Silva Garcia. It's two guys that your son been in the ring with, knows very well. You know very well because you study them to lead up to your son fighting them. Who you got in that fight?
You know, I'm starting to sound like a tape recording on this part. And I've heard other people say it, but it's just, it is the first thing we're all looking for. We need to know how much the accident has affected Errol Spence. If the accident hasn't affected him and he's 100%, then I believe Errol Spence wins the fight and he's going to look good doing it. Is it an easy fight for him? By no stretch of the imagination, no. Danny Garcia is a great fighter, and Danny Garcia has the ability on any given night to beat anybody in the welterweight weight class. I believe that.
Yeah, I believe that too.
If we are looking at Errol Spence not 100%, Danny Garcia has much more than a chance to win this fight, and he has the ability to put guys to sleep.
Yeah,
he has the ability to look good doing that. As a matter of fact, he won't even look at you when he's doing it. It's on the hook, and he's a great puncher. And so I know him and his dad. I've known them since the amateurs. Of course, we've been in the ring against them in the pros. They're going to be ready. They're going to be gunning for this kid. You know, Errol Spence on fight night. I actually will be leaving the day before the weigh-ins next Thursday. I'm headed to Dallas.
Yeah, that's what it is. But you know what it is about the matchup, because before the accident, I even had that matchup 55-45 Earl Spence. But the thing is that if anybody thought that Earl Spence was in another level or Bud Crawford was in another level, to me, Sean Porter has humbled the whole 147 pounds top elite fighters. So we saw the split decision where there's a lot of people thought that your son beat Earl Spence. So that invincibility, the boogeyman, your son took care of that. And he had, a lot of people, there's people that felt that he beat Thurman. There's a lot of people felt that it was close with Ugas. There was close with Danny. So your son has humbled everybody in the 147-pound division and the fans that made it now that anybody could actually beat one another in any given day in the top of the welterweight chain. That's what I think Sean Porter did. So I
never thought about that way until you just broke it down. And I can't argue with the logic. It makes perfect sense. As I look at the landscape of the welterweight division, and you named it just like that, and then sometimes get caught up in the fact that we are just fighters or trainers, and we're doing what we're doing just to be the best we can, but not necessarily looking at the whole entire architecture of what's going on. You just broke it down that way, and Sean has been in there with all those guys.
Yeah.
Right.
So when we see, they be like, well, Earl Spence is this. Well, he went to war with Sean Porter. But Keith Thurman is this. Well, he went to war with Sean Porter. Well, Danny Silva Garcia is this. Well, Sean Porter beat. So it's like he's leveled everybody else, because now everybody's gauging everybody's performance because of Sean Porter. Now, if Sean Porter would have lost and probably would have got stopped by Earl Spence, then people would have been like, yo, Sean Porter never got stopped. Earl Spence is the guy. But that's not the Earl Spence looked like a average. Your son made him look like an average fighter, not the boogeyman, not the guy that people don't want to fight, you know? So I think the welterweight division is very good. I just think that people are so glued into Bud and Spence that they forget about what's really going on. Because if I see Bud versus Sean Porter, can anybody say that, yeah, Bud is going to get Porter? Nah.
Well, you know what? Give us the opportunity. We just want the opportunity. You
Y'all
know,
want that fight?
I think Bud is a great fighter. Just give us the opportunity. Give us the chance to get in there with him and see what it's all about. And for me, and I think I'm pretty sure I can speak for Sean in this situation as well. I told him a long time ago what made Duran, Leonard, Hearns, Hagler great was each other. Those guys made each other great, right? And I never said, by no stretch of imagination, that this era of fighters would have beat those guys or was as good as those guys.
Yeah.
To a man, no. But as a whole, as a unit, this is our era. And in order to be even in the same conversation years from now, you had a Hearns, Leonard, Hagler, Duran. You had a Porter, Thurman, Spence, Garcia, Crawford. They have to fight each other.
Yeah.
If they don't fight each other, you can't have the conversation.
Yep.
Right?
But it's happening. I think it's already happening if you look at it.
It's happening
Without
Sean,
Bud.
that's for sure.
Yeah.
Because you'll be able to say that, right? So we don't want to leave here until we get a Bud Crawford, a rematch with an Errol Spence, a rematch with a Keith Thurman, right? Then we can say, hey, we did what we could do. It happened the way it went. Win, lose, draw, no matter what, right? It's time, for us to move on to the next phase of the career. But you've got to get in there with these people. And we just want that conference. We just want that opportunity. You got to get in there with these people to be in that conversation.
Yeah. I mean, Sean, your son, y'all might have a couple L's, but the fans are leaving out of that arena cheering. So his stock never drops. It's like people come out of that fight saying he's the winner most of the time. That's crazy.
When we fought Keith Thurman, we walked to the ring, and it was the first time ever we walked to a ring, amateur, pro, ever. And we got booed. We were getting booed. Kid is from the East Coast, Florida, in New York, right? And people from New York, when they retire, they move to Florida. So that's what they do, right? So he's from the East Coast. So we walk into the ring and they just booing us. I'm like, booing you? You hear that? He's like, yeah, that's never happened before. We walked out of that ring.
Getting cheered.
They booed the decision. When it went Keith's way. Cheered for Sean all the way out of the ring. Whatever you want to look at, however you want to look at it. So we know we did what we could do. We did something right. We did something great, And I've said this before. Not one person that we fought has ever considered giving us a rematch. Not one person. Not one of those guys. We fought Kell Brook. He got a decision. We got dropped out of the top 25 of the IBF. And Kell Brook went on to fight. 3 out of his next 4 fights was against PBC fighters, but he never fought us. 3 out of the next 4 guys were PBC fighters, but he never fought us. And he lost the title to a PBC fighter, right?
Yeah.
But we were taken out of the top 25. How do you get knocked out of the top 25 and you were just champion 6 weeks ago?
You still holding a grudge with the IBF?
Same thing with Keith Thurman. We don't know what Keith's doing. Nobody really knows what Keith's doing. And then now we got Errol Spence. Fight of the year last year, Errol. He'd make that rematch, right? But there was no way in hell he would have rematched Sean after that accident. Ain't no way.
Man, it's a dog fight, man.
Somebody knocked out your volume. A call came through and knocked out the volume. I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me? So, time out and time back in. You can hear me? You can time back in. Y'all already know, man. Ken Porter, triple OG. Looking buff, man. He about to look like he about to smack some boxing content creators again.
What's the point?
Huh? I said, Cam Porter arm looking buffed out, look like he about to smack some boxing content creators again. he going he gonna muff somebody, man.
You did catch me in here doing my thing, so I'm actually in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually in here doing my thing. You know, so
you ready for you know, anybody that gonna come up, any boxing content creators, any independent media? Because we already know what you could do, man. You're gonna be mushing people's face. You're gonna be
there's an old saying where I come from. What's understood doesn't have to be explained. So, you know, we don't have to get into no details or anything like that. But
no, of course.
I heard one guy say, he said, what was you thinking about? This man eat, sleep, drink, assault. This is what you do every day, all day, right? And how could you think that just because you talk about this, you could actually deal with this situation? So to say the least, yeah, I'm quite sure that anybody that is out there in the world that, you know, thinks that they just gonna run up on, you know, Danny Garcia or run up on a Sean Porter or run up on a Deontay Wilder, they're gonna find out that it ain't as easy as you look at it on TV. And if they run up on some of these trainers, they're gonna find out that, you know, that's not the thing to do. It's not gonna work out well. You know what I mean? So 2020 made 30 years of me being involved with professional boxing. 2020 made 30 years. Even before that, I was an amateur boxer. And then, you know, after the amateurs, I went into kickboxing. And after kickboxing, I did what they now call MMA. And I wasn't getting paid no kind of money. I was dealing with all this kind of stuff with, you know, elbows and takedowns and shit, and getting counted out $1,000. And here you go. And then you still got to pay for your gas and your hotel and everything else out of the $1,000. I was like, nah, I'm gonna stick with the job. I have a job with a 401k plan, and I know what the check is every week. I'll stick with this. But
but Mike Tyson got that legacy fight. You could get back on. He got that legacy thing. You feel me? You can get it in. You can get it in, Ken. Call somebody out.
I used to work out in the same place with Mike in the mornings, and he would come in. And he would get on a treadmill, and he'd walk in. He said, "Hi, Sean." And I'd be like, "Mike, I'm Sean's dad." "Hi, Sean's dad." and Mike was on this treadmill every day. And I'm like, "Mike, what's going on, man? You getting ready for something?" "You never know. You never know. You never know." Then we look up 4 or 5 years later, and now he's getting ready to fight Roy Jones Jr. I just don't know what to make of that, because, like, part of me is like, I don't want to see Roy get hurt.
So you more worried about Roy?
I don't want to see Roy get hurt, because I've seen Roy get, I don't want Roy to get hurt. But then the other part of me is like, I don't want Roy to rip off no fast stuff on Mike and make Mike look bad.
Yeah. I felt the same way too.
Mike be eating about 6-7 punches, something, Roy ripping off stuff, and then Mike come back with a, oh man. So I don't know, man. I don't know. And then now I just read something that said they're not gonna have professional judges judging the fight.
Yo, they said they're gonna have professional judges. If somebody get cut, the fight is over. If somebody nobody can knock nobody out. I think that the California Athletic Commission is doing a bad job selling it. Like Tyson and Roy is trying to sell it, but then every time they selling it, California Athletic Commission comes with this. No, it's just an exhibition. They just need to let them sell the fight. How?
So when we say exhibition, are we talking how many rounds? What are we doing?
It's 8 rounds, 2 minutes. 2 minutes each round, 8 rounds. Let's go, Ken. Let's go, Ken. I think you back, man. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yo, sign up. 8 rounds, 2 minutes.
8 rounds, 2 minutes?
Yep. That's good, right?
Where do I sign up?
That's what I'm talking about. See?
DocuSign? Can I just DocuSign on my phone?
Well, he said there's gonna be like a constant event. Like he's just gonna do it. Like it's just not a one event thing. I think that Mike Tyson, because is what's it called? The Legends only. You need to get up on that, Ken.
That shit crazy, man. You see how much energy I got right there when you said 2 minutes? 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. I can hold my breath for 2 minutes.
Who would you want in the ring? Who you want in the ring? You got to pick somebody. Just pick one. Legends only. Cam Porter versus
Tarver.
Antonio Tarver.
Look, I shouldn't say that. I'm in Florida.
Hey,
I'm right down the street from Tarver right now.
Look, hey, but if people know your history, then people will be like, I. If people don't know your history, then people will be like, nah. But if people know that you are a martial artist and you did combat fighting.
You see, I stay ready. I stay ready. I don't stop. And then I got this one special move that I use.
Let me see it again. Let me see. What's the special move that you use? Yo, we got. What's the move? We gotta call it. We gotta give it a name. A mush, a smush, what? Yo, look, Ken, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real.
You had a toothpick; it didn't even come out your mouth, and you just pimp smacked him like this.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it real, Ken. I'd rather get punched in the face by a dude, but to get mushed and smacked, that's like humiliating. Just punch me in the face, man.
Yeah,
you did some humiliating. You did some humiliating stuff.
You know what happened when I saw him? When I saw him shit bricks, like literally just, oh my God, oh no, I'm not ready. No, dude, you see me come down 50 steps. How are you not ready? Dude, you see me come all the way down. How are you not ready? You got to be ready because you said you was ready all the time, every time, right? Yeah. And then when I got right there and I said, you know what? You hit this boy with his right hand that you've been practicing for 30 years, with this right hand that you've been teaching other people to throw for 30 years, with this right hand that you've been curling all these damn years, with this right hand that you done put plenty folks on their ass with. You let that punch go, and it's gonna be all bad. So in the midst of the movement, I just want to say, you know what? I know there's nothing here. There's no foundation. There's nothing. There's nothing here. And nothing from nothing is gonna leave nothing. So I just went in and opened up my hand because,
he got the.
It would have been an all bad situation, a very bad situation.
Can you show us that move again? Can you just show? Can you show us? You're a bad boy. Yo, you know that's like a classic. Like people will never stop talking about that.
They probably won't, but I mean, where I come from.
Yo, you should see the comment box right now. Like if you, they just.
How do you find them? How do you find? Can I look? Can I look at the comment box? How do we?
Yeah, you could press comment, but I'll look at it later because then you're gonna be stuck looking at the comments.
Nah,
That's what everybody's mentioning right now. Everybody like.
it is what it is. You know what I mean? I don't care who you are, where you from, or anything else. You know what I mean? Well, like I said, people understand other people, and they know there's certain things that you can't do with certain people, and you recognize that. So, like when I walked in the room and I seen Debo and he started talking shit to me, I said, "Nah, I'm messing with him. I'm gonna just keep walking." When I had to go get something else to eat, and he was talking more shit, I just kept on walking by because there's certain people you just don't work with. And even though you said, "Oh, you know, he's just an actor," in my mind, you know what? He might just be an actor. But if this moved to any kind of levels, I know me.
Yeah.
And then that means some shit's gonna go bad.
Yeah. I understand that sometimes you gotta walk away to protect yourself. Like, cause you know if you snap, ain't nobody gonna be able to stop this.
If you saw me with a bodyguard, I don't have that bodyguard to protect me. He's here to protect you.
from you.
That's the truth, man. If only by the grace of God, and I'm thankful and I'm humble and I'm appreciative that He instilled something in me and said, you ain't gonna drink, you ain't gonna smoke, you ain't gonna do drugs, you're gonna raise these boys, you're gonna be a single father, you're gonna raise them up, and you're not gonna go to prison, you're not gonna get killed. Right? Because all of these things was on the table for me. When I sat down to eat in the morning, just pick one. Okay, where you want to go today, Kenny? Jail? What do you want to do today, Kenny? Drugs? You want to be a drug dealer today? You want to carry a gun today? You want to shoot somebody today? You want to go to jail today? You want to go to prison today? Right? My mother told me every day of my life growing up, you'll be dead or in jail before you're 21. It wasn't until I was 21 that I started to realize when I went to meet her on my birthday, I turned 21. A little birthday dinner, she said, "Well, you made it." I said, "Made it what?" She said, "Made it to be 21. I didn't think you would."
Wow. And
that's when I looked at her as nicely as I could say, because my mother wasn't nobody to play with. She would whip out something and cut you down real quick. You know? I looked at her,
that's that old school. That's that old school tough love.
I was born and raised in that ghetto, in that place, in that horrible situation like that. So fighting was every day for me. I was getting paid to fight for shit. Before I started junior high school, I was 12 years old. Phone calls would come in and say, "Hey, ask him if you want to come over and make $20 to whoop somebody's ass." And I jump in the car with my mother was the one driving.
Wow.
This way, but
I never heard that story.
Oh yeah, it's true, dude. It's true. It's true. It's true. And so it wasn't until I was 21 I looked at her and I said, you know, I wasn't trying to be mean. I didn't want to mess up this little birthday gathering because, you know, she'd come out her mouth and she'll say something to me and, you know, it'd be like real bad. And I was like, yeah, you know, did you ever, you said I'll be dead or in jail before I'm 21, but did you ever stop to think maybe it was the way you was raising me? Where you raised me at? The people you had around me? The things that you were doing and the things that were going on? So I made sure that my children were never raised in those environments and never dealt with those type of situations. I always, in my mind, am thankful again to God because He saved my life. And I'm just humbled and I'm appreciative and just thankful that He chose me to live this life. But again, I always thought I'm going to put my kids in a position that wherever they're at, when they turn this way, or that way, wherever they're at, they're in a position that they can excel. And they got people around them that can help them excel. So we got off subject a little bit and we made a little fun and a little jokes and all that, but let's get back to the real for a second. Those two young men from the DR, when they come over here, Henry and Yuri, when they come over here, their life is in my hands. So I have to put them in a position that everywhere they turn is a position that someone can help them to be better young men, better brothers to each other, better fighters for me, better sons for their mother back home, brothers for the sister that they have home, and better role models and examples for the kids that are coming up behind them when we go back to the DR to visit or to give or to do things, right?
Yeah, yep.
So I've already had that experience of all those things, what not to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've had all those experiences of things, what I should do because I've been successful with my own sons. Sean was a 13-time national champion. My other son, Kenny, was a 7-time national champion and got a gold medal in Sweden when he was like 16, right? So I've had that opportunity to learn from that, and that's what I have to do. God put that in me. That's what I have to get back. I can't take none of what I have with me when I leave. When I get up out of here, no matter how nice my Rolex look, no matter how many times when I roll it up and rewind it, when it's over, hey God, I got this Rolex. Give me a little more time. It's over. It's over. So what can I get back and what can I do? Right? So those kids coming over here, and I call them kids, but they're young men, they're 21 and 22 years old. When they come over here, I have to put them in a position to excel.
Yeah.
I have to put them in a position. I have to have people around them that are going to be positive role models and positive people in their life. You know what I mean? Same thing that I've been doing with Malik, you know, and you know, the same things that I did with Sean along the way. And so it's up to Sean also to give something back.
Yeah. It's more than just being a fighter. It's more than just being a fighter.
It's got to be more than being a fighter. It's got to be more, because this boxing thing will be over in no time. It'll be over just like that. And you're like, oh yeah, I used to box back in the days when I was boxing, and I used to do this and I used to do that, and it's over. And now what are you going to do with the rest of your life?
Yeah, and got nothing to show for. And it's lucky for your son to have this long career. That's not normal for every boxer to have a career like your son, you know. So it could be over in 2 years. It might not even get that start, that real head start, you know?
Yeah, and a lot of people don't even know or realize this. Sean was out for 18 months on a contract dispute. Early in his career, he was 17-0, and then he sat out for a year and a half. And people don't know that. But if you go back and look at his boxing, you're like, whoa, there was a whole year and a half he didn't fight. And then you have something like the pandemic, and boom, right? We the whole world shut down for a year, right? Yep. So, you know, I'm thankful, I'm humbled, I'm appreciative. You know, I'm thankful to you to have the relationship, for you to give me a call and say, or shoot me a text and say, hey, come on the show. I'm thankful to have this opportunity, you know, and
thank you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to those young men getting here. You know, it's kind of like when you're a kid and you know Christmas is coming and you got all these things you want. You ready to come. You want to open up the package. I have to really sit still and be quiet and chill, right?
Yeah.
Because I can't rush the process of what you have to do to get everything done with the government and passports and visas and all that. I can't rush any of that, so I have to sit here and just be cool. You know, I have to be cool and chill and wait. I mean, even so much so, like we're really thinking about, you know, headed back over there just to see the guys before they can get back over here. You know.
Yeah.
That is on the table right now. We may head back over and do some things for the holidays, you know, and give some gifts out to kids over there. Before
I got two.
What's that?
I got two comparisons. Let me see with Erie and Hendry. Erie, Earl Spence. Oh, you're getting a call.
Can you hear me?
I hear you. You hear me?
Yeah, somebody knocked me out. Let me come out and go back in.
All right.
While you look at the comments.
You smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
So I got two comparisons for Erie, Earl Spence, and for Hendry, Devin Alexander.
I can't say that at this point, and I wouldn't put that kind of pressure on them.
Of course, to just make a comparison potential that I see
I'll
now.
let you do that. I won't. But I will say this: he does have an amateur victory over Devin Haney.
Oh, yeah. We know that.
Yeah, the people out there don't know that. Go ahead, you can talk about it if you want.
Hendry, he beat Devin Haney in the amateurs, and
Yeah.
Ilri Martinez, he has he's done good versus different countries like Sweden. He's done good. He's been traveling since 15 years old, been traveling the world and competing. Both of these guys are are ready to go. And I think and with Kenny Porter, once he gets them here and is training them, they're just gonna go to a whole different level. They prepared. They in wait. To prepare for the grueling training that you're gonna supply. But again, I'm happy. I'm happy for them, and I'm happy that they with you. That it's more like a family orientated than just business.
Yeah, and another thing you mentioned about the comparison of a Spence and the comparison of a Devin Haney. If they,
No, I said Devin Alexander.
Did you say Alexander?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I said Hendry, Devin Alexander, and Erie, Earl Spence.
Oh, okay, Devin Alexander. Okay. Well, if they can get half as good as those guys, if they can get anywhere near what those guys have done, then they will have accomplished a lot. But I would definitely keep those names in mind and use those names as motivation to push those guys to be great. And that's it for me. I want to see them be great, create their own path, create their own name, create their own legacy. If we can make them great, and they have the ability to, go back home and help family and do things for their country, then that's success.
Yeah.
But we won't settle there. We won't settle. We'll just keep working and keep working until they can reach their full potential. So, it's a great situation to be in. As I said before, one of my quotes is, they got a lot of work to do, but we got a lot to work with. And I see that in them. They have a lot of potential to be great. So
That's what's up. You finish your workout, you still working out?
no, I finished it. We got to Florida on Wednesday. My kid fought on Saturday night, and he won by second round knockout. And he was very anxious in that first round. And I know it was all a pent up frustration and anxiety of being out as long as he had been out, 15, 16, 18 months, whatever it was. And he'd been out of the boxing, boxing world, and had been training and working out all this time. Then, I brought him in a year ago. I brought him in last December, November, December, I brought him in. And we started working together, and it's taken us a whole year to be able to get him out of the situation that he was in. So he had all that pent up. And so the first round, he runs out, and he's got all his energy. He's trying to get this guy, and the guy was a smart boxer. Guy had a lot of fights, not a lot of wins, but this is what happens, to guys who come into the pro ranks and don't have a great amateur career and don't have a promoter behind them. They start putting these guys in with people, and these guys don't get the decisions, and before you know it, these guys start getting used to getting these checks and realize, hey, I can box, I'm really good, but I'm not winning. But hey, my check is pretty nice, so I'm gonna stay with it. And so we had one of those guys. My kid only had 4 fights, and this guy had about 16 fights. He won as many as, he had as many wins as us. He had 4 wins, and we had 4 wins, but he had another 15 fights. And so that first round, the guy was looking good. My guy was rushing in and trying to get to him, and this guy was more poised and landed the jab and right hand, and then tie my guy up. He comes back to the corner after the first round. He sits down. I take the mask off. I said, look, man, slow down. Slow down. Let's slow everything down. Okay? Just slow everything down. Just try to use the jab. Put the jab out there. If it doesn't land, don't worry about it. Put it out there again. Just start putting the jab out there. Once the jab starts to land, you start to feel the jab land a little bit, turn the right hand on. After that, you'll be able to get some body shots off. So just use the jab, okay? Just use the jab.
Work behind the jab.
Yeah, it's just basic boxing, right? But all of that pent-up energy of somebody being, shut down and not allowed to do what they love the most for so long, he just went out there, I want to kill this guy. And in the next round, he threw a jab, it didn't land, and he threw another one, it didn't land, and then maybe the third one he land, and it pops the guy's head back. And then he starts to box, and the guy's moving around. The guy grabs him. Then he lands a right hand. And then after that, he started ripping body shots off. And I didn't mention this part. He hit him so hard to the body, repeated body shots. The boy went down and threw up in the ring. So he
no video of it, man. No footage.
The promoter has it. As soon as the promoter edits whatever they do in the entire show, I asked them, could I get it? They said, no, we got to do the whole show. As soon as they get done with that, we'll get some of that. But that's kind of how it went for him. And the guy stayed down there for a minute, just actually coming out.
Damn.
I lost
you hear me?
Again, another call. I'm going in and out.
All right. Woo! That's one of his fighters. Malik. That's one of his fighters. Montgomery. No, I was telling them the name of your fighter. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I was sending them the name of your fighter, Malik Montgomery.
Malik Montgomery, 5-0, 5 knockouts. He's out of Macon, Georgia. 2-time National Golden Glove champion. 2-time runner-up to the National Golden Glove Championships. And then also he finished second in the Olympic trials to Teo Lopez, which ain't such a bad guy to lose to.
Yeah. What do you think about the win with Teofimo Lopez versus Vasily Lomachenko? What do you think about that win?
I think the kid just really he really showed up on every level to come in there and just do the things that he did that night. He didn't let the moment, the lights, the hype, the guy in front of him, the guy's name, the guy's accolades, the guy's amateur history, the gold medals that he won. He didn't let anything deter him from going in there and doing what he came to do. And, I tip my hat to him and his dad. I know them, and good people. They've actually trained in Vegas with us before, come to our gym years ago. Dad texts me from time to time, and I see Teo sometimes, in passing at a fight or something like that. And he just really, really seized the opportunity and seized the moment. Not to take anything away from Lomachenko, great fighter. I've been up against him on more than one occasion in the amateurs and the world championships. We went up against him, and I was in the corner against him. And then in the pros, when he fought Gary Russell Jr., I was actually sitting inside the rail behind Gary Russell's dad in the corner, because when Sean and I got to the fights, we got there, they had given someone our ringside seat. So I made a call and I'm like, hey man, what's going on? You know, I think your guy gave my seat away. And he's like, no worry, we'll take care of you. And then, you know, they put us actually inside the rail right behind them. Okay. So I saw up close and personal everything that was going on in that corner as he was fighting Lomachenko. And so Teo just exceeded all expectations. He grabbed the moment, he seized the moment, his dad seized the moment. They talked about it, they spoke it into existence, and they did it. Amazing.
That's what's up, man. Amazing. I love the father and son camaraderie. You know, you and Sean, Teo and his dad, Devin and Bill, May Senior and his son. I love that, because I always say it on my channel that in boxing, fatherhood is prominent in the sport of boxing. Like where we come from, in unfortunate backgrounds, you hear in the community, you know, fatherless child, or, you know, father absence. But when you look at boxing, that's all you see. It's father. Virgil Ortiz's dad is just a bunch of great fathers molding their sons, not just to be fighters, but to be great young men, you know, in society. And they all good kids. Look at Sean, good, and Teo, good, and Devin and Ryan Garcia is like, they're just good human beings. Yeah, and y'all the OGs. Y'all went through all the mistakes. y'all all went through the mistakes for them.
It's true. We've already worn shoes that they have to wear. We've already walked this path, you know, on a lot of levels. It is big now. It wasn't big when Sean was growing up. I didn't see a lot of fathers. I happened to be that guy that coached hundreds and thousands of kids, and we didn't see a lot of fathers, you know. And, you know, early on, there was just a few. I remember, of course, Demetrius Andrade's dad.
Yeah, and shout out to the late Tony Harrison's father that passed away.
Yeah. Good people there from not too far from down the road from where I grew up at. And we used to go up and down that road to Detroit to fight all the time. Get there in about 3.5 hours. And Sean was going to the Kronk gym all the time to fight. So yeah, it's big now, and it's huge. It shows that we can do this, and it can be done, and we can be successful at it. And you know, not to take anything away from any other father that has his kid in any other sport, or any father that is just supporting his son, just in academics or anything in life that they're doing together. Not to take away from that, but when you're on a big stage and everybody sees you and sees the success that you have on that night, it actually gives you the opportunity to speak to other kids and help them, or to speak to other fathers and help them to help their kids. So, you know, people would interview me, and over the years, they've always asked the question, it's like, you know, it's got to be really hard to train your son. You know, how hard is it training your son? And they say the father-son combination doesn't work, and all this, you know, these kind of things like this. And so, you know, how do you separate the two? And, you know, how do you make it work and all this? Well, this is my opinion. Everybody got their own, right? And that's what boxing is. Boxing is based on opinions. Boxing is not based on you shoot the shot, it goes in the hoop, and then we get a point. Or you throw the touchdown, the guy catches it, runs it in the end zone, and we got a touchdown. It's not based on that. It's based on somebody's opinion of what they see in the ring, and what they decide to write down on that piece of paper. I'm going to give him a 10, I'm going to give him a 9. That's it. That's what it's based on. It's based on your opinion, watching from your home, or even from the stands, on what you saw and what you think is going on and who you think the winner is, right?
True.
So this is just my opinion. Everybody's got one. But this is from experience of training so many kids for so many years in so many situations, from the inner city to regionals to national tournaments to international tournaments to Pan Am games to world championships to camps that I ran at colleges. I had the Charlo brothers when they was 13, 14 years old at Northern Michigan University at summer camp boxing. You know, I go back way far with all of these guys on so many levels. I watched Andre Ward win the Silver Gloves when he was 15 years old. You know, these kind of things that I was a part of. So
Adrian Broner.
Knowing Adrian since he's 8 years old, you know. So they say, you know, how do you separate the two from being a father and training the son and being a boxer and being a father and being a trainer? And how do you separate them? You don't. You don't separate them. The closest that you could ever be to a young man in helping him to become a great boxer and a great person, the closest relationship you could ever have is that one of a father to a son. That is the relationship that you are looking for and that you're working on and that you're bonding and building to be, so that when he goes in that ring, you're an extension of him. And what he's doing in that ring, he believes in everything you're saying so that he can be successful.
Yeah.
You're not trying to be his best friend. You are not trying to be his homie. You're not trying to be his party friend that y'all go out to the club with. You can't be those things. What you are striving for is trainer and father figure.
Yeah, true.
And hopefully you give him the insight and the intelligence to not just be successful in the boxing ring, but outside the ring as a father would do to his son.
Yeah.
So there's not really a time when you're trying to separate that, other than when there's negativity. You don't want to be a part of that. You can't be a part of that. And I've seen coaches who become the buddy and the friend and the boy and the homie. No, you don't be successful. You're not going to be successful. It's going to stop. It's going to stop somewhere. Y'all going to meet a point where y'all looking at each other, and he's going to look at you and he's going to be saying the things he's saying, and you're looking at him. And so, why are you talking to me? I'm talking to you that way because you're my boy. Yeah, you don't talk to dad that way.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't act that way towards dad. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, at the end of the day, the greatest job I've ever had was being a father. That's it. I don't have a better one. If you ask me what if you asked me what I wanted to be when I was growing up, I would have told you a veterinarian. So I love dogs and love animals and I love to train dogs. Well, I grew up and I trained men to be a dog in the ring, but that's right. As close as we get to that.
Now they're gonna say, "Yo, this guy trained his son to be a dog." They gonna edit and flip it.
Right?
What you know what I hate? You know what I hate? Because I also coach my son in basketball, right? So I know you get this because I've gotten it at an early age already. They say you're probably trying to train your kid so they could live what they say
living vicariously through your son.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm already hearing that now. My son is 13 and I'm hearing that now because I play collegiate ball. So what do you say about the people that say that about you and other fathers in boxing? What do you feel about that?
Well, and actually, I can't speak for nobody else. And again, we go back to opinions. In actuality, the son is being like me. I'm not being like him. He's not training me. He's not teaching me things. I'm teaching him.
True.
Right? True. So I'm not living through him. I'm giving back to him.
Exactly.
Trust and believe, and I'm going to cut it right here and then just give you the quick visual. My son was born in the inner city of Cleveland as well. On one end of his street was drugs. On the other end of his streets was drugs and people killing each other. And then on the other end of the street was pimps and prostitution. Right? If I was an absent father and wasn't there in his life, there's a good chance that when he got to growing up and had to go to school in this neighborhood, in this area, he was going to come in contact with these situations and they weren't going to be good situations for him.
Yeah.
If he escaped the drugs and then become a drug addict, there's a great possibility that he would have sold drugs. If he escaped selling drugs, there's a great possibility that he had got into some type of altercation with a drug dealer. If he escaped the alcohol and the violence of everything that was going on around him, there's still a great chance that growing up, where he was growing up at, having two older brothers, the brothers would have been involved. If the brothers involve themselves in any kind of way with it and become successful drug dealers and making money and come back home and they got nice things and the little brother doesn't have anything, more than likely, he's going to start getting involved. So it's just the way life is and the way things were. If I wasn't there, there's a great chance that these bad things could have and would have happened. It's only by the grace of God that I didn't succumb to it, but I was born into all of it. And I was a part of all of it, right? So I look at a father that is there coaching in basketball, a father, I coach Pee Wee football. I coached my boys from football all the way up till they got to high school. And then I turned down a high school job because I knew everybody was going to say, all he does is give his son the ball. I knew that, right?
Yeah.
Well, what happens with the high school coach that's coaching Sean? All he did was give Sean the ball.
Exactly.
They won games, and everybody was happy. If they didn't win the game, you know what they said? Man, he need to get the ball to somebody else. All he do is give the ball to Sean. But then there was always the argument, well, Sean don't have no help. He needs some more help, right? Yeah. So you damned if you do and you damned if you don't. You just keep doing what you do, and you don't listen to it. So I had a rule when I was coaching Pee Wee football all the way up to high school. I had a rule. And all my assistant coaches had to follow that same rule. We never look back. No matter what they're yelling, no matter what they're saying, we never look back. Because if you look back and you have eye contact with a parent, that gives him an opportunity to say, put my son in, or do this, or do that. What you doing? Or why did you call that player?
I get that too.
And now you're in it with him.
Yeah. So
we never look back. We never look back. That was the rule. Anybody look back, you're in trouble. You're in trouble because you got us all in trouble now. So as you're coaching, as you're training, as you're doing anything with your son, whatever sport you're involved in, this is all the fathers. Never look back. Don't look back.
Yep.
Because if you look back, now you're right there with them, and you giving them your attention. You got to defend whatever you got going on at that time. If you look back there, so never look back. Keep moving forward with your son. Basketball, sports, academics, anything you're dealing with him with, whatever that might be, relationships. Just keep moving forward with it. Don't look back, because if you look back, now you become part of whatever the negativity is, or whatever it is that they need to drag you into, you know. And so, yeah, I get that. I truly get that. And would I have loved to have been their football coach in high school? No, I would not. Because I, at that time, was more focused on continuing with what I do now, which is boxing, and my boys were playing ball. So when they were playing ball, I was working with other kids and doing other things and developing what I do now to be able to do the things that I do now, right? But again, you know, you're not living through him. He's living through you.
True.
Because if there's no you, there's no him. And you're making decisions based on your experiences in life, what you think is best for yours.
Yeah.
And if
I just think is the most highly disrespectful when people try to come between you and your son. I think that's very disrespectful to people to do that. Try to create a narrative, try to create something to try to break a father and son apart, especially in the sport of boxing. You hear it all the time. Danny Swift Garcia, oh, he should get another trainer. Oh, they was talking about that with Teofimo Lopez and his dad. Oh, he should get another trainer. They do that with everybody. Why would they want to break something, a union like that? I don't understand the people's intentions. I think that's evil, in my opinion, when they try to do that. I hate that.
It's the craziest thing you ever seen when you think about it. we need fathers in order for our sons to be successful. And then you have a father helping his son to become successful, and they've gained success, or you wouldn't see them. Yeah, so they're being successful with what they've done to get to where they're at, or you probably would have never seen them, or we wouldn't know who they were, right? So now someone wants to say they shouldn't be with them. And again, I go back to what I said before. The closest relationship that you could ever have with any boxer you're training is to be that of a father and a son.
Exactly.
So Danny Garcia having his father in his life and having his father in his corner, there's nothing better or greater than he could ever have. Somebody sent me a text message, a guy that I'd never met, walking down the street day before the fight in Tampa, and he says, "I know you." And I said, "Hey, how you doing?" He said, "I know you. I know you. I know you." And I had the mask on. He thought he knew who I was, but he wasn't sure because I had the mask on. Then I took it down a little bit. He said, "You Sean Porter's dad?" I said, "Yeah." We exchanged a few pleasantries, said a few nice things to each other from the distance, of course. Father, husband and wife, and they had 4 girls. And it was a beautiful family. And he reached out to me, sent me a text message later, and he said, "By the way, I know you already know this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Don't you ever let anybody come between you and your son or what you're doing, because people out there are going to try to do that." And I don't know this to be true, but he said this in the text message. They did it to Sugar Shane and his dad. And I feel that Shane was never the same after that.
True.
So I am a huge supporter of Danny Garcia and his dad, Angel Garcia. Huge supporter of T.O. and his dad. Huge supporter of Ryan and his dad. Huge supporter of anyone who has their father in their life and anything that they may be doing.
Yeah. And it doesn't even have to be training, because Earl Spin's dad is always around as well, right?
Listen, I've traveled to other countries with those guys, right? Mm-hmm. And Errol's dad came everywhere with us. He traveled overseas. He was everywhere. And we talked all the time. And he's always supported his son in everything that Errol's done, right? Yep. So he's always been there. He's a quiet guy. He's not a loud guy. He stays in the background and everything. But, you know, I even see now he's even in the corner with him.
Yeah.
As he should be.
Yep.
As he should be, because he's done all those things to earn the right. He's paid the cost to be the boss, to be where he's at in his son's life. Exactly. He's supporting him in everything that he's done. You know, so shout out to Errol Sr. and his dad. And, you know, I'm looking forward to the fight. It's unbelievable, you know, that Errol was in an accident that bad and went through the things he went through. And nobody has ever spoke on this. How did that affect his father?
Right.
To see your child hurt like that, you know? So just for them to get in that ring on December 5th is victory after everything that they've been through, you know?
True.
So, yeah, I pray. I got the call, and I don't name drop, but I got the call from Al at 4 o'clock in the morning. He said, "I want you to know this before you hear it anywhere else. Errol's been in an accident." And I was in the bed, and I was like, "What? What do you mean an accident?" And he told me what happened. And immediately I started praying for him.
His daughters, everybody.
It's just, I'm so thankful, man, because, you know, like I said, I know the kid since he's a teenager. And just to go through something like that when I saw that car flipping that way, I'm just thankful to God that he's still, you know, able to box and do the things he's doing, but not just that, but that he's still here with us, you know. So yeah. All the fathers, you know, and trainers.
I think about it. I think about it like I think about it with Tony Harris going to be probably his first time in his next bout that he's going to fight without his father. That's something that how would he deal with it? How it's going to be different? You know, that's going to be tough. I believe so. You know.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of things that go into that, and nobody, you know, I heard it one time. I was at my mother's brother's funeral, and then the pastor said, His wife was there, and my cousins, his two daughters, and my other cousin, his son, was named after him, and grandkids were there. And he said, everybody has to deal with death differently.
Yeah.
The wife has to deal with this in her own way.
Mm-hmm.
The son has to deal with the loss of his father, who's named after, in his own way. The daughters have to deal with the loss of the first person, the first man that they fell in love with.
Exactly. The first
In their life,
protector, everything.
The grandchildren have to deal with it in their own way, right? So a son having to deal with something like that in his own way, nobody can tell anyone how to deal with that kind of thing. But then to add to that, this was your trainer, and you got to figure out how to deal with that in your own way. So, yeah, very, very, very hard situation to deal with. You're walking on a tightrope. You're 100 feet up in the air, and you ain't got no net at the bottom to catch you, because that was Dad.
Yep.
Dad was the one that was going to catch you.
Yeah.
No matter what, that was Dad. So, I used to say when my boys was growing up, if somebody ran into the room and I was in the room and somebody started shooting, I'm covering my boys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get shot first. I'm covering my boys.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you do when you lost that cover? When you don't have that cover anymore, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So again, I'm thankful.
Yeah, very thankful. Now one of the biggest ongoing topic in boxing is Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder allegations or excuses or true. What do you think about it? What do you think about Deontay Wilder and how's he taking it? I actually, let me just say this. I actually compare the way he's taken the loss, in my opinion, like George Foreman took the loss versus Muhammad Ali. The water, blaming the corner. What do you make out? What do you think about how Deontay Wilder has taken the loss?
Did George do things like that too?
Yeah, George Foreman. He blamed. He thought his water was spiked. He actually blamed it. I think it's in George Foreman's documentary that his trainer told him, if you ever get knocked down, make sure you look at find the corner, and look at my count, not the referee's count. So he blamed it on he fired his corner, and he blamed it on his corner because they said that they missed the count. Like if you look at the history back then, you'll see that he had a lot of excuses. Like he couldn't take that loss, and then he lost for the second time. He took the loss. He found Jesus. He retired for 10 years, and that's when he came back. So
Right.
how do you feel how Deontay Wilder has taken the loss to Tyson Fury? Do you think the allegations is legit? What do you think?
Well, again, I go back to what I said at the beginning of us, starting this off today. And boxing is all about opinions. So here we got people's opinions again. If you have no proof, it's still just somebody's opinion. It's just somebody's thoughts. It's just somebody's speculation, conspiracy theory, and so on and so forth. I can only speak for myself. And then I'll give you a perfect prime example of that. I'll give you two real quick because I'm at 9% battery charge over here.
I got
But
you. I got you.
When we fight, when we go in the locker room, there's an inspector that comes in the locker room with us. There's also a doctor who gives a urine sample, gets a urine sample, drug testing, comes back there with us. At no point in time, after they first get with us in that locker room, at any point in time, once we get to the venue and we walk in there, they come in and introduce themselves. They stick to us like glue all the way until we walk to the ring. If Sean goes to take a piss, the doctor goes in there, Sean has to leave the stall open, and he gets to watch Sean take a piss.
Wow.
Sean comes back out, the inspector, if Sean hasn't started wrapping his gloves wrapping his hands or doing anything like that. The inspector is just standing there chilling. But as soon as Sean gets ready to wrap his hands, he say, "Hey, we're getting ready to wrap." The inspector then comes over and stands over us as we're wrapping hands. Someone from the other corner comes and they stand over and watch the wrapping as well. We send someone to their locker room to watch the wrapping. And there's an inspector and there's the person that I sent over there to watch. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. So everything is done right there. And you also have a doctor standing there with you. The doctor's still trying to get his urine sample. So you can't go nowhere or do anything. So you could be in the midst of getting your hand wrapped and say, "Hey, I got to go to the bathroom." You stop the hand wrapping. You and the doctor got to go to the bathroom together. And he, again, accompanies you while you're using the bathroom. He accompanies you into the bathroom. When you come back out and you sit back down, the inspector and the doctor, again, are both watching you the whole entire time because you haven't completed that specimen. This happens all the way until you complete the wraps. After that, the other corner gets to check the wraps. The inspector also gets to check the wrap. Everybody gets to check right then. If there's anything wrong, it should be caught right then. Nothing wrong? Okay, now we're putting gloves on, right? He's got to look these wraps over and he's got to mark them off. Mark them off to say, "Hey, I inspected the gloves and they're clear. There's nothing wrong with the wraps, and they're clear." Then he inspects the gloves before you put them on. So he's going to look at the gloves. You've already inspected the gloves the day prior to. Yeah. As the opposing coach, you get to look at the glove, you get to pull the glove open, you get to take the strings out of the glove, you get to do all of these things.
As the opposing camp, right?
Yes. If you don't like the gloves, you say, "Hey, something wrong with this glove." Nobody gets to wear it. You don't get to wear that glove. It happened with me versus Andre Berto, and Virgil, his coach at the time, didn't like the gloves that Sean was wearing, even though they were vacuum sealed. He didn't like them. We opened them up. He said, "No, the gloves are no good." They had to contact the glove company out of who we were using at the time. I just throw a name out and say it was Everlast. Everlast, they had to contact Everlast. Everlast had to send a notarized letter saying that these gloves were never tampered with. Nothing happened to these gloves. We couldn't use the gloves or anything until we received that letter from Everlast that was faxed over, right? Or we would not be able to wear those gloves. Mm-hmm. So all of this goes on. The gloves are put on. After the gloves are put on, they're taped up. After they're taped up, the opposing coach gets to now look at the gloves, look at the tape, say everything is good. The guy marks it. If you don't like it, guess what? You make them take them off. They take them off. If you don't like it, they have to take the gloves off.
Mm. Oh, I think the probably his phone now. Woo! Man, they gotta have a part 2 to this one. I was getting chills. Hey. Yeah, listen up, man. He was explaining about the gloves. It's very, very strict. Very, very strict. He only had like 9%. Y'all already know, man. He's StreamYard be killing batteries and stuff like that. So I understand if it went out. But and to be trained to point vacuum sealed and untouched. I mean, I already know where he was heading at. Look, they're real strict. What's good, T-Tone? What's good? What's good, everybody in the comment box, man? Good looking out. And for everybody just tuning in, yo, smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all already know, man. Help the visibility of the video. Y'all know. Smash the like button. Shout out to Cam Porter. Chopping it up with all of us. What have I been saying? I've been looked and signed both parties. Yeah, of course. We know that. But there's more even details, and I hope that everybody catches. Look, the Texas Athletic Commission has they have a page. I'm sorry, they have a channel. The Texas Athletic Commission has a channel, YouTube channel, in which they are showing the people exactly what happens with the wraps, what happened with the gloves. this video been out, I think probably it's been 8 years or something, like 8 years. Like, come on, like everybody should be educated. If you're sports, if you're boxing head, you should be educated on the rules, what's happening. You know, with the commission, how everybody is checked. The same inspector that checks you in the locker room follows you all the way in the ring. In between the rounds, the inspector is still looking over just in case they put something in your glove or you tamper with your glove. The same inspector is there while you walking inside the ring, when you win the ring, in between the rounds. He the one that stands in the apron. He sees everything. That's the same inspector that when you take off the gloves, he receives the glove. That's the same inspector when you cut off the reps, he receives the reps. So in boxing is very, very strict. And I know there's going to be people out there going to be, oh, but what happened to Colo? And what happened to this? Okay, mishap. But I'm just telling y'all that this is a very, very strict. They're very, very strict. There's inspector again. He even told y'all. They even look at your PP when you pee and when you want to take a PP break. When you take a PP break. You understand what I'm trying to say? So, look, I said I did a video earlier last week talking about that Deontay Wilder probably took this loss like George Foreman. I think George Foreman took his loss worse. In the end of the day, look, I try to understand boxers as much as possible, and I think that if we love the game, we try to understand them as well. I just don't see these guys as fighters. I see them as human beings. Maybe Deontay Wilder can't take a loss because, he can't take a loss. I can understand that, and he's going through a lot. Even Mike Tyson recently said, I couldn't take the loss with Buster Douglas. George Foreman couldn't take the loss with Muhammad Ali and Young. These are guys, these are humans at the end of the day. It's embarrassing when they lose like that. And especially it's embarrassing when a guy with a destroyer gets destroyed. You feel me? In front of your fam, in front of your friends. Everybody look at you like the king. Everybody look at you like you untouchable, immortal, and things of that nature. And then the whole world comes down. Now you just ordinary. You feel me? When you lose like that, you're just an ordinary person. You're not the baddest man on the planet no more. And it's hard to cope with that. It's hard to cope with that, And like I said, I gave an example before on my channel. I said, if you lose your job, your family depends on you, right? Your wife, your kids, you lose your job and you got to come back home and explain to your kids and wife that you lost your job and you ain't going to have money or it's embarrassing. You feel me? And you get depressed. You start blaming your coworker. You start blaming your supervisor. You start blaming somebody. You can't cope with it. Some people just use drugs. Some people becomes alcoholic. Some people can't lose with losses. You lose your woman loses you and she get depressed or whatever. All I'm saying is, man, I think it's well overdue the diss and us not going at Wilder or making content about it and how he's taking a loss, man. Man, he took a loss, man. The best thing he could do is go back to the drawing board, put people around him that actually got the best interest for him. Tough love, be real with him, no enable him, no yes man, and he's gonna be all right, man. He's gonna be all right. Like, I wish all these fighters could be all right, and I wish everybody could respect these fighters because these fighters are modern-day warriors, modern-day gladiators. They put their life on the line for pure entertainment. So I give shout-out to all the boxers out there. I could say it's probably Wilder can't take the loss, but he got to overcome that, get back into the groove of things, and be the freak of nature that he is, that he could be, and that we all know, regardless if you like his style or not. All I know in the heavyweight division, all we cared about was knockouts. We didn't care about dudes tippy-toeing around the ring. All we cared in the heavyweight division was knockouts, and Deontay Wilder was delivering the knockouts in the highlight reel, and he is one of the guys that has woken up the heavyweight division out of the coma that it was for years and years. So we can't deny that, no matter how much you want to hate him or love him or whatever. We can't deny that. Deontay Wilder is good for the heavyweight division, just like Anthony Joshua, just like Tyson Fury, just like Dillian White, Povetkin, everybody, man. I'm not here to bring boxing down. I open up a platform so I could build boxing up and be instrumental in uplifting the sport of boxing. And I think if we love the sport of boxing, we could try doing the same thing. Of course, we can hold these guys accountable and call out on their shit. But the end of the day, these are fighters, man. They get hit in the head. They ain't gonna be all right all the time. They ain't gonna be right all the time. Wilder has the right to sue. Let's see if he show us the gloves. Then we will shut up. Where are they? 37 people in the Wilder retirement home. Fat. D Hodges, exactly. Yeah, man. Thanks the fool. Yeah, man. I think that's it. I think we got carried away already. Just like we feel like already he might have all these excuses and stuff like that, but let's just understand him as a human. That's all. That's all. We all humans out here, and we imperfect. And if everybody put their if everybody look at everybody's lives, and when y'all taking a loss, don't tell me that everybody take a loss real professional or whatever you do in life. Nah, man, we're not designed to understand how to take a loss unless you've been taking losses all your life and you expect to lose. But a guy like Deontay Wilder is not expected to lose. A guy like Deontay Wilder didn't expect to be, get pummeled like that by Tyson Fury. I don't think he was prepared for that. I think he would have been. I think he was more prepared to get an outbox than anything. But ain't nobody, not even Tyson Fury fans, knew that Tyson Fury was gonna go at Deontay Wilder with that type of approach. So that's one loss. We're trying to dictate. We're trying to, hold Deontay Wilder's career for that one loss to that one guy. That's only one loss, one guy. His career shouldn't be dictated by that one loss. So I hope he gets back in the ring because I believe that boxing does need Deontay Wilder. The heavyweight division does need Deontay Wilder. It makes the heavyweight division more interesting. For the people out there that's following with the narrative and creating the narrative, just put that shit in the garbage, man. Because in the end of the day, regardless if you're a Wilder fan, man, it's just making him look weak. It's not making him look strong. It's just making him look like a guy that's losing his edge. It's looking weak, and a champion like that, an American champion, Olympian at that, he does more of a good service to the sport of boxing than anything else, man. Stop making the ex-world champion look weak. Stop with the narrative. Stop with the damn video. Stop trying to convince people. Nobody's convincing nobody. It's doing a bad service for all my fellow boxing YouTube creators. I'm not gonna, y'all do what y'all do in y'all channel, but I'm just saying, if you think you're doing a good service to Deontay Wilder, you're doing a bad service. Let's talk about what he should do in training. Let's lift him up in a different way, because right now y'all just making him look weak, man. Stop talking about the glove. Stop talking about all that bullshit. Yo, if these guys gonna take it to court, let them take it to court. Let the lawyers handle what they gotta handle, and this man is gonna go back into the drawing board and do what he do as a fighter. And that's it, man. Let's talk about boxing. Forget about the glove. Forget about that. It's making him look weak. I'm telling y'all. For the boxing content creators, y'all know who y'all are. I ain't gonna mention names. Y'all know who y'all are. Y'all think y'all doing a good service for Wilder. Y'all not doing a good service for Wilder. Y'all making him look weak. And that man is not a weak guy, man. He's not a weak man. Feel me? James Kelly, what's good, man? Good looking out, my brother. Accountable is the key. People work hard for their money to watch fights. I am a fan and not a casual. The fans should have a say in the fights they want to see. I agree. I agree, man. I agree wholeheartedly. But also, let's just, I think in this sport, you know what, James? I think in this sport that we go more hard. We are more hard to these fighters in the most dangerous sport there is than anything else. You feel me? We being hard on fighters like, yo, they stepping inside the ring, man. Even the guy that's ranked 10,000, you know what he's doing? He getting inside that ring, putting his life at risk. And if he's going to get $500, $1,200, $800, he's doing to feed his family, bro. He's fighting with his bare hands just to make ends meet. That's why my channel, I'm telling people to stop calling fighters bums. Just call them low opposition. Low opposition. Ain't nobody bums. Ain't nobody bums that step inside that ring. I don't give a damn what y'all want to say. You know what I'm saying? Y'all call these fighters bums and stuff like that, but y'all don't got the heart to do what they do. Y'all don't got the heart to sacrifice your life like that. Nah, man. Ain't no fighter here bums, bro. I don't give a damn if you rank number 1 to rank number 10,000. If a dude is fighting, the lead guy is fighting a dude that you don't feel like he's high enough, man. That's just low opposition. That's all, man. Just low opposition. But the dude got bold eyes, the dude got heart, and the women too. They got statistical fortitude, man. This shit ain't a game. Boxing is real. Yo, good looking out again, James. Good looking out. Demetrius Andrade is awesome. The politics have put what people want to see on the back burner. That's what I'm talking about, Kelly. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Demetrius Andrade is an awesome fighter, damn an elite fighter that everybody don't want to get a part of that type of work. They don't want that type of work because they know that type of work, Kel. They know that 6 feet, southpaw, turn orthodox. Yo, power, sting you, movement is good. Outbox from the outside. He's about could box you in the inside. Great jab, great reflexes. Come on, man. This guy, they know that's why they don't want to fight him. It's not that they're scared, but they know they're going to have to go into the drawing board and they have to adjust. He's not a fighter that's just straight up and down. You already know what he's going to come with. He's a guy that you're going to have to adjust. Some fighters don't have the ability to adjust timely. Sometimes these fighters got to take a loss, go back to the drawing board, and come back for a rematch. But against Demetrius Andrade, you will have to adjust multiple times, and they know that. They know that. Good looking out, man. I appreciate you, my brother. Carlo, great interview with Kenny. Yeah, man, he's showing love, man. Doing a great thing. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about. So fellas and ladies and gentlemen, so I'm gonna say this because I ain't want to say until he said it, you know. So he's looking for fighters and had some connections. Got some fighters from introduce him to some fighters from the island, from Dominican Republic. These guys are like diamond in the rough. Their name is Hendry Martinez and Eldy Martinez. So I hooked them up with Ken, and the rest is history. They about to get signed. And this is, and I'm gonna leave this to y'all, for the people, the boxing content creators. I did this channel just thinking, you know what I'm saying, I just want to talk about boxing, right? Not knowing that I have an ability and I have a platform to make dreams come true. That was not in my mind. So I just wanted to talk about boxing, and you know, be an instrumental in uplifting the sport. Be one of those channels that's unbiasedly, logically, and objectively, because I believe in the YTBC, it became a lot of channels out there that's just, you know, just creating narrative, just don't really love the sport of boxing, just creating a narrative and things of that nature, and it's not, you know, trying to uplift the sport, trying to uplift these fighters. So happens, I did an interview with one fighter. They hit me up, like, yo, do you know fighters in DR? Hooked him up with these two fighters like diamond in the rough. He went out there, he liked what he saw, and now they just went and they signed and about to hit the US and you know, soon, probably January and things of that nature. And so I was instrumental into also helping their dreams come true. And this is all because of Punch Drunk Boxing. It's all because of Punch Drunk Boxing. This little ass channel accomplishing damn dreams. So I'm blessed that God gave me the opportunity to create this channel, not knowing that I could make dreams come true, and you know what I'm saying. So God blessed me to have the opportunity to do it, and for people to look at whatever I'm doing, and it's just a connection. So check them out. They formed the Pan American Games. Eldy Martinez, Eldy, they're brothers. They like the Charlo brothers. They diamond in the rough, and so that's what I think Carlo's good. I don't know if y'all follow me. That's something I said probably a couple of weeks ago. I said, yo, I'm doing something special. I couldn't do the live show, a couple of live shows, because I had to do you know, I was working with them and try to get them, paperwork and stuff like that. So, oh, my phone, I didn't even read this, my fault. James Kelly, I concur. There is no shot fighters. Be advised that dude called Bum would knock an experienced pro fighter or non-boxer. It's true. It's true, James. It's true. It's true. It's true. Good looking out, man. I appreciate that, my brother. I meant to say the so-called Bum fighter on my last super chat. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Keep on doing your thing. Yeah, thanks, T-Tone. So for this, what I say, man. I did the channel. I'm not. I learned how to I learned to throw my ego. I don't have the ego. I put that shit to the side. And it helped me a lot in life. So if you know boxing, I'm a person that I like working together, man. We all family. We all brothers and sisters in Christ. That's the way that I see it. You might have different religion. I don't care. At the end of the day, you still my brother, and y'all my sisters. For boxing heads out there, man, if you have the time, man, do your channel, yo. Do your channel. It does a good service to boxing. You got knowledge. Create your channel. Be another instrument in the sport of boxing. You never know who's watching, bro. You never know who's watching. There's people, you can have 300, 200 subscribers, 500, 1,000, 10,000, 20,000, 60,000. There's people always looking, man. It's looking when you're doing good things from the heart, doing good work, and genuine work. Yo, do your channel if you have the time, and because people are looking. Boxing is a small community. The boxing world is a small community, and a lot of fighters don't get promoted. They don't get shine. They don't get an interview. They don't get, it's a lonely sport. To be honest, it is. It's not a cliche thing. It's a lonely sport. And that's why I created the channel, because I feel like there was channels that's trying to do, it was doing more of a disservice to the sport of boxing than a good service to the sport of boxing. So break things down unbiasedly, logically, objectively, and when you're being real, man, real people gonna show up. And so I thank Kenny Porter for showing up, and everybody that's showing up in my channel and giving me the opportunity to interview them or talk to them. Ken, Teofimo, Bill, Amanda Serrano, shout out Luis Collazo, Luis Ortiz, Virgil. Ortiz, Victor Ortiz. Who else? Keyshawn Davis. And shout out to everybody that gave me the opportunity. You already know, Kid Chocolate, Peter Quillen, shout out, man. I need that prayer. Yo, P, I need that prayer, man. I should hit you up, man. I need a prayer, bro. I need a prayer, man. Where you at, P? Where you at, P? Let me see. Come on, Pete. Where you at, man? Missing the action. Let me see. Damn, I didn't even get to talk about I didn't even talk about the last topic. Buck Crawford, and Bob Arum. I believe, like I said in one of my videos, I believe that Al, Earl Spence, and Buck Crawford, it's all in the same team. They're all in the same team. And they be like, yo, but take that 4.4 million. Your next fight is guaranteed, man. Snatch that from Bob, man. And Bob knows that Buck got him. He got him. And Buck and Bobby Arum can't handle it. He can't handle it. Andrade is a true champ. Nobody want none. Exactly, Nick. Preach on, brother. Preach on. Ain't nobody want a part of Boo Boo. They don't want a part of Boo Boo. These fans are. I never see nobody, man, be babysitting these other fighters cause Andre want a part of them. Why y'all babysitting Triple G? Why y'all babysitting Charlo? Why y'all babysitting them, man? Come on, man. He got a strap. You want legacy, you want a unification bout, Demetrius Andrade is there. But they know. Stop babysitting these other guys, man. It's a great video, but oh, thanks. Triple G's gets no prime for the old media. Jacobs wanted Andrade. Jacobs ain't wanted Andrade. I don't think so, man. They would have made that fight now. And I think, cause Demetrius Andrade and Danny Jacobs are friends, so they be sparring. I think they got the same type of relationship that Bud and Porter have. Like, you know, we don't know we're friends. We want to face one another and blah blah blah. You know. But I do think hey yo, Punch, what you think about Usyk taking a 1.52 million loss in order to fight Chisora? He said in the interview on his channel. I mean, you know what? I don't the Nulo. I think that guys like Usyk and guys like Vasily Lomachenko, I think they come from a different type of background when it comes. I don't think that I don't think their legacy is dictated by money. You feel me? I don't think so. You know, they come from a country that is you know, amateur is highly supported. You got their sponsor, and that's why they came into the professional level late, because I don't think that their legacy is always dictated by the money. You feel me? So I think he could take that pay cut and he can make that thing back. Maybe he got maybe you know, people don't know the other type of business deal that they made. Probably they got some endorsement deals that, you know, they could take that pay cut and they get more somewhere else. You know, just like NBA players. Put it that way. I mean, if it's for a legacy, then I mean that's it. You know, people don't let money dictate them. People let money dictate them a different way. So, Bobby Arum is a lawyer. He knows the rules and regulations. Also, Boo Boo confronted the Charles at a press conference. Yeah, man. He knows. I mean, Bobby has been in the business for a long time. But like I said in one of my videos, Bobby, good looking out, James. I appreciate that, my brother. Boo will need a fight. Yes, he does, man. They don't want to fight him. I'm not giving nobody else a no pass, man. They don't want to fight him. They do not want to fight him. And they don't want forget about Boo Boo. How about wanting the WBO strap? Put it right. Forget about Boo Boo. Do anybody want that strap? That's the question now, because it's not about Boo Boo. Does anybody want to become a unified champion 160? That's it. That's the question. The question is, Triple G, do you want to be a unified champion? If he says yes, who do you want to fight? Charlo and Demetrius Andrade. I want to fight my man Tori. All right. Yo, Charlo, do you want to be a unified champion? Yes. Who you want to fight? Triple G? Well, you can't fight Triple G right now because you got an opponent. Do you want to do a negotiation with Demetrius Andrade because you want to be a unified champion? Huh? You don't want to be a unified champion. You ain't fighting about legacy. Let's ask the real question so we can get the real answer, damn it. Triple G, do you want to be a unified champion? Okay, there's only two guys you can go through. Hey, you want to be a unified champion? Okay. Let's talk about legacy. Let's talk about belts. Forget about Boo Boo. If you don't like Boo Boo, forget about Boo Boo. Do they want to be a unified champion, get that WBO strap? That's the question. Charlo, Demetrius Andrade have a great opportunity to go, and that will sell. These guys have been trash talking each other since 2015. It's been 14. It's been 5 to 6 years. People gonna watch that fight. People gonna come out for that fight. Make it happen. Make it happen. Maybe Al don't like Demetrius Andrade. Don't want to do business with him. Cause I know Matchroom does business with Al Heyman, but it seems like people maybe it's Demetrius Andrade. I don't know, man. They blackballing this dude, man. He did move up. Wait, he's gonna go to the 168. Then people gonna be running to 175. Hawk. Every time Boo Boo moves up, they move up. Boo Boo from 154 go to the 160. 160 move to the 168. He's going to the 168. People gonna move up to the 175. He moved to the 175. They're gonna go to cruiserweight. He moved to the cruiserweight. They're gonna go to the bridge weight. They're gonna go to the bridge weight. They're gonna go to the heavyweight. After the heavyweight, they're going to the super heavyweight. After the super heavyweight, they're gonna go to the fucking obese and die. He gonna make everybody move up. Shit. Glad every in the building. What's good? Damn, just look my lunch break and I see Mr. Kenny interview. Are you going to drop an edit version with his part? Yeah, I might drop an edit version on that one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Damn, I always forget to do this. Always. Punch, you be slacking. Be advised, there could be something in the contract of Buzz that's hidden clause. Bud is going to have to start walking in the ring like Camacho Sr. I don't know, man. I don't know. But if there's an expiration date, October 21st, I think it will be stupid for Al Heyman and these guys to do business. Why do a crossover promotion when contract could be expired by next year and then they can make in-house money? That's the way that I see it. Excuse me. Alberto Martinez, ya tú sabes, mi hermano, se están corriendo, coño, está corriendo como Forrest Gump. Run, Forrest, run, Forrest, run. That's what they doing, man. I ain't gonna say they're scared, but they running. They're running fast. And everybody's never on their cases. Everybody got to be on Demetrius Andrade. Demetrius Andrade doesn't fight nobody. But what about them? But Demetrius Andrade don't want to fight him. But what about them? Do they want a legacy? But Demetrius Andrade don't want to fight you. What about them? How about them? They're still in 160. They're still campaigning in 160. Don't tell me you don't want your unification belt. So it's either you don't want Demetrius Andrade, you don't want legacy. Demetrius Andrade is making these guys run away from legacy, run away from unification belt, run away from undisputed belt. This is what Demetrius Andrade is doing. So Demetrius Andrade got to have some type of style that got these dudes run for this, run for this, run. Coño, merengazo ahí me meto. Hey, Reynoso said on ESPN, we don't need or want Andrade. Yeah. Because they don't give a damn about the strap. That's what it is. Because they feel like the strap is nada, is nothing. Why Eddie Reynoso don't want Andrade, but you want Callum Smith? Why? Demetrius Andrade wasn't already in position. Demetrius Andrade was in position to become undisputed. This is what they wanted. Canelo Alvarez said, I want to be undisputed in 106. He had the opportunity right there. But Golden Boy messed that up. Dike, mi hermano, Dike. The only one that want to fight, I'm going to tell you like this. The only person that want to fight, the only fighter that wants to fight Demetrius Andrade, because nobody want to fight him, but I know a true warrior that wants to fight Demetrius Andrade, and I believe so. You give this guy a contract to fight Demetrius Andrade, and he going to take this contract, and he going to put his skills to the test. The only fighter, the only warrior, the only guy that has the balls to fight Demetrius Andrade is Puss in Boots. Puss in Boots. That's the only fighter that's winning a fight. Demetrius Andrade. Puss in Boots. That's the only fighter that's winning the damn sign a damn contract. Everybody's scared of step Puss in Boots. Everybody running at step Puss in Boots. That's the man that wants to sign a contract to fight Demetrius Andrade. Puss in Boots. The great Boots. Puss in Boots. Because ain't nobody trying to fight him. Ain't nobody trying to fight him. No. Oh, and for the people that don't know, if you already followed the channel, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Y'all already know that 2024, I'm running for political official. I am running for political official. Men, get ready. We about to, all the men out there, especially the men out there, the fathers out there, I'm running for political official. I need your votes. I need your signatures. Let's go. Check me out. I'm running for political official 2024. And your boy, vote for me. Vote for me. I will abolish child support, ladies and gentlemen. I will abolish child support. We will bring the family court system down to the ground. We're gonna burn it to the damn ground, baby. Yes, vote for me. Punch Run Boxing, aka Mr. Woo shot himself. Vote for me. I will abolish child support. We're gonna tear down, bring down, burn down the family court system, baby. Yes, if any of you women lie against these good fathers, these men, you're gonna get 15 to life. That's minimum. 15 in life. Don't you dare take away that child away from daddy. Don't you dare play no game. Don't you dare use that defamation of character. Don't you dare tell the judge that the father don't want to be in their life and you try to take him to child support, see the kid every other weekend. No. Yes, we are gonna take the family court system down. Vote for me. Vote for me. Vote for me. I will abolish child support, ladies and gentlemen. Do I have your vote? Do I have your vote, man? Man, come on, man. Biden ain't doing that. Trump ain't doing that. Ain't no politician doing that. It's me. I'm bringing something new to the table, baby. I'm bringing something new to the table. Vote for me. Vote for me. Vote for me. Come on. I know y'all got, come on. If you're going to buy the child support, I'll be your campaign manager. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Yeah, I got people's votes out here. I got people's votes. Yeah. And a man is going to have a say-so. The chick have a say-so having an abortion. A man has a say-so too. A man has a say-so too. Vote for me. Don't worry. We're going to take care of all this shit. I'm going to take care of it, man. So, I'm about to time out. Thank you, everybody, for rocking with your boy this morning. I normally don't do this in the morning, but you already know, man. I'm going to do this probably on a Tuesday morning. Happy Hour Thursday. Check me out, Happy Hour Thursday. Karaoke night. When you step on the panel, you already know you got to sing me a damn tune. Also, and you already know the fight Saturday. I don't do Fridays, probably Fridays. But Friday in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening on Wednesday, Happy Hour Thursday, fight night Saturday. Y'all already know, man. I love y'all. Please explain bringing down child support. I hope you are joking. There are some sorry. Please explain bringing down child support. I hope you're joking. There are some sorry ass men out there, man. There's a lot of beta males, man. But I'm talking about, the family court system that go after good fathers, but there's a lot of bad fathers in which, the good fathers take the hits. And I think in family court system, they should go case by case and they should go case by case, and they acting like every father that goes up there is a bad father. I mean, that's just the experience that I get from people. And if you look at family court system, that shit look like the Million Man March. That line is up to like, all around the building. Feel me? Put it this way: when it was coronavirus, they're the only one that get hit too. There was no escaping. There was no escaping child support. I heard. Oh man, great show, bro. Good looking out, man. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it up. I'm gonna cut it up, edit up, and deliver it. The Kenny Porter segment. But thank everybody for rocking with me, man. God bless you. I already know the best investment you can make is gain and strengthen your relationship with God. You already know we brothers and sisters in Christ. Y'all already know the slogan: fight plus value equals 2 champions. God first, everything second. Cop the merch. Cop the merch. You already see, man, it's getting cold. I got the hoodies. I got the hoodies, son. I got the hoodies, son. And also, man, tune into the Smelling Salt podcast. The Smelling Salt podcast. Check the interview yesterday I had with Andrew Maloney. Good looking out, Andrew Maloney. Hope you get your fight, your just due. Protest that fight, man. You the rightful champion. Check that interview I did yesterday with Andrew Maloney. So love y'all. God bless. And on to the next, man. Salute everybody.